This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the history of bad ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the history of bad ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke. Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 296. I'm Jason.
Not Jeff.
Not Jeff.
Blake.
Not Jim.
Not Jim. Blake's here. Number one fan, Doug.
Yep.
Welcome, Doug.
Thank you. I couldn't miss this show at all because of the huge announcement.
What announcement?
What announcement?
For Expo?
Jodie effin' Benson.
That is correct. And who is Jodie Benson?
She is the voice of Ariel.
That's right.
Little Mermaid.
She's also Barbie in the Toy Story.
Yes, and she was also the secretary in Enchanted.
Oh, okay. I've never seen Enchanted.
So the way Doug announced it, I thought somebody named Jody was having sex with Benson.
The old character Benson?
I have no idea what
Robert
you're talking
Keogh?
about.
No, we're talking about Jodie Benson coming to the Cincinnati Comic Expo.
Who's she?
She's voice of Ariel from Disney.
Mean she's Ariel?
Yes. So that is big news today.
Yep. When is that again?
September 20th through the 22nd.
She gonna wear a bikini top?
Get out.
Seashells?
Get out. Get out. You know, I'm a D23 subscriber now.
Exactly.
Because I wanted a deal on my...
You sold your soul to
Disney Plus.
I wanted my soul. Yeah, I wanted a deal on my Disney Plus.
Yeah.
$141 for 3 years. Fuck yeah, I'm getting that. On
That's
the side
just
note,
for the first 3 years. After that, it's your soul.
I don't give a shit. First 3 years, I'm good.
It's your first mortgage.
So Jeff and Jim are coming. They got stuck with a very bad waitress. So their food is late, so they will be here eventually. But anyways, so I'm a D23 subscriber now, so
Sorry to hear
I
that.
have to now support
Kiss ass.
Disney.
Bend over.
I don't care.
Take it like
I
a
don't care.
D23 fan.
I don't care. You know why? Because I got 3 years of Disney Plus.
You know, right now it's the free version of D23.
Yeah.
Next year,
With commercials.
I bet
No.
I bet he signs up for the $100 one.
That's right.
There's nothing on that $100 one I want.
I have very good magazines.
No commercials.
Who gets magazines?
As a letter carrier, not many people.
Oh, well, it was funny because on Twitter last night, Maxim magazine was trending. And somebody wrote...
what?
Well, that's the best part. Get ready here. So people start writing like, did my Twitter become 2002 already? Like, what the hell happened? We have Google and online porn. Why is there to Maxim magazine? The reason it was trending is because all these so-called models, basically women that send in their photos to be the Maxim cover girl of the year, that voting opened, I guess, last night.
Yeah.
So here's the funny thing. You could see the people voting, and I guess they show like real-time numbers or pretty close to it. Mm-hmm. So people are like, one woman was like, I'm 30th. Come vote for me. I'm in 30th place. It's like, yay. And you know what you get? A couple $100,000? Nope. $25,000.
Anything to pimp yourself out, man.
And then my wife was like, are you looking at porn on Twitter? I was like, no, I'm looking at these photos of these people that send in, and they're supposed to be bikini shots. I was like, and my wife's like, I really don't care, but that's not bikinis. That's like off her legs coming, like the bathing suit's coming off. Like, that's not a bathing suit. So, yeah, Maximum Magazine was trending last night.
It's been so long. I don't know what soft porn is.
Damn you porn. you made them. But yeah, did you ever, first off, did you ever think Maximum Magazine was still going? I didn't realize that. Doug, in the postal business, did you know Maximum Magazine?
I don't believe I've delivered one of them in years.
Okay. Well, do you have them, though? Do you just keep them?
No.
Okay. And second question, why is it still trending? There's no way this can be popular, right?
Did they get into a Twitter war with Stuff Magazine?
Oh, I forgot about Stuff. Stoof. It's just STUF.
FHM.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Isn't what the jive has become of, pretty much of
Is it?
hot chicks and for pointless points?
FHM was always a little bit more risque, wasn't it?
I honestly don't remember.
Well, so the funny thing is, so then it went down a rabbit hole. I went to Maximum Magazine's Twitter page, and they basically give away all their articles for free online. And I'm
why
like,
not?
Okay, sure.
Nobody buys that magazine for articles. I mean, shit. Playboy's got better articles. I mean, shit. I'm told.
I was at a Barnes & Noble the other day.
Whoa, what?
Yes, I know.
Could you explain for the younger kids what a Barnes & Noble is?
Were you in the Stranger Things set? No, that was Walden
store
Books.
where they sell books.
Okay.
Almost like a library, but you can buy them.
Whoa.
And they had Playboy magazine up there on the magazine rack. It's like...
They still have it wrapped in black?
No, it's just wrapped in plastic, clear cellophane.
Black plastic.
No, it's clear. Yeah.
Oh.
And
It used to be have to be wrapped in black.
Well, is it next to...
That's what we deliver in the mail. It's wrapped in black.
Yeah.
Is it next to Scab Jeff's book?
I did see that there, too.
Yeah, was it in the young erotic section? Because every time I go in a Barnes & Noble, I move it to the erotic section.
It was not.
Young erotica.
I do.
I did put it up on a shelf so you could see it better.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Young erotica.
I did. I put it in the erotica section.
Erotica.
Not young erotica.
Oh, what?
It's next to the Lola or whatever that was, Lolita.
Is that part of the black internet Barnes & Noble?
They have to make money somehow.
Yeah.
They're not selling Blu-rays for $87. They're not selling a lot of those.
It's in the Nabokov section. Are you a frequent Nabokov subscriber?
My question is, so Doug, you saw Playboy at Barnes & Noble.
Yes.
Do they have Penthouse still there?
I was looking up there because it was all kind of jumbled. I didn't see any Penthouse, but I did see Penthouse letters.
Oh, because those are true.
That was also wrapped in plastic.
Those are true. Those are
Right.
true.
Dear Penthouse.
You know what? If they had the tree app, it wouldn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Dear Penthouse, I went to the Comic Expo in Cincinnati.
I met a guy named Black. He was drunk in the green room.
But it wasn't me.
I don't know. He kept saying his name is Black.
He had a Twitter account.
He said, would you like to go to my Iceland?
He's a liar.
He's a liar. You have Twitter.
He's an imposter.
You have Twitter.
No, I don't.
That's what I
I
hear.
do not have Twitter account.
It's TOLB on Twitter.
I know, but that's not me.
Sure it isn't. Anyway, so that was that was good things for Maximum Magazine. They are relevant for 10 hours.
Well, anytime you have hot chicks to vote on what's best, and it's going to be relevant for several hours.
I just thought it was kind of funny that the lady was excited that she was in 30th place. I don't know how many.
Well, let me divulge a quick story here. I'm not going to go in the full Blake mode because I can't give away a lot of details. But when we were overseas in a sandy desert place with the Army guys, my buddy was in charge of the communications and internet, and he basically had to go in and shut off Hot or Not because all these Army guys, all they would do for 12 hours a day is scan Hot or Not photos.
What is Hot or
and
Not?
Shut down the base communications or at the FOB. Hot or Not, which is basically a waste of time website where basically women put their pictures up and you vote it hot or not. And they kept a percentile of yes, hot or not results.
And you always say not.
What?
No, 90%, 99% of the time they were like really attractive women.
But you still say not.
Is it still out there?
I don't know if it's still out there, but we had to cut it off. That,
On the military base?
yeah, because it was jamming up all of our web bandwidth.
But
Let me explain this.
that's what America's all about. The democratic process.
That's right.
I feel anybody who needs to try to boost their self-esteem by putting their picture on the internet to get people to tell them they look good deserve to have their spirit crushed.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it in the workplace, too, is that it's always funny to see, like, if you have more than one monitor, everybody at work is watching something on while they're working, which is fine because if you're working at home, it's the same thing. But it's like I walk by and one of my employees is watching Supermarket Sweep. What the hell are you doing?
Watching Supermarket Sweep. It's awesome.
It's coming back.
I know with
Leslie Jones.
Yes, I could see her doing that. I'm fine with that. Get the detergent. Nisi Online told us razor blades. Those were expensive. Turkeys,
to
right?
Cut your competitor?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
The frozen the turkey's done by the pound. You get the biggest one you can get.
Yep.
You get 4 because
Detergent.
You're allowed 4 of them.
Detergent. You always have to get the detergent. And then I'm trying to think what else you have to
Now,
get.
do you get to keep what you buy? Because I would just be going to the beer aisle.
You said a beer or beard?
I said beer, but
Oh, okay. You trimmed, Jeff. You look really nice.
I always look nice.
You just came in the studio and looks. Well, you look nicer. Sorry.
I think he's insulting me saying I look like shit normally.
Well. Anyways, moving on. Jim, you look nice too. I haven't seen you in a couple weeks.
Oh, thank you.
How you doing? So, how was your golf?
High school golf started, so our tee time got pushed back when it shouldn't have.
Did you screw up the greens?
No.
Okay.
We were still respectable of the club. And
Did you yell 4 when you were hitting it at them?
no,
Okay. Good call.
we actually hit over into them into like the girls' high school match, and then we walked over together like, "Hey, how you doing?"
So that's why you were late, is because you were arrested.
Yes.
Okay, just checking. So, Jim, you'll appreciate this, and Doug, because, we're wrestling fans. AEW, All Elite Wrestling. Shut up, Blake. Mute his mic for a second. All Elite Wrestling had their pay-per-view, their last one before the TV show starts October 2nd on TNT, I think. Yeah, TNT.
Dynamite.
It was... Thank you. Anyways, so Chris Jericho beat Adam Hangman Page because he needed to, because you have to give the belt to a veteran who has name recognition. Then it's all about the long play. The younger guy,
So Chris
he's chasing
Jericho's
it.
their first.
He's their
belt
first
holder,
champion.
and he was also the first
United
belt champion.
Yep, unified champion. So he may not be champion at All Elite much longer.
How do you keep track of all these stupid ass belts?
You
Is
don't.
there like a list?
I
Or they
pretty
just
much
make shit up on a week to week basis?
They do
Week to
keep
week.
it. They do keep it because they got people like me that love that stuff.
Sure.
Shut up. Anyways, fuck you. Anyway,
What was the Intercontinental?
go back to your
Champion?
Twitter account. TOLB. Anyways,
was it Danny the Dragon? What's his
TLB.
name?
Pete the Dragon.
Dragon.
Steamboat?
Yeah, wasn't he like the Intercontinental Champion?
What
I'm
did
like,
you
what was
call
the difference
him?
between him?
Danny the Dragon. Remember the book growing up? Danny
Yeah.
the
That's
Dragon?
Danny the dinosaur.
Oh, Danny the Dinosaur.
He was like the Intercontinental Champion,
Yes.
but not the World Champion.
Correct.
But isn't it like World Champion Intercontinental?
No,
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. He was the Intracontinental.
he could only defend it in America and South America and Mexico. Anyways,
But like
That's in America.
They were two different wrestling companies that had those belts.
Oh, okay. I was right. See, I didn't know this. It's kind of like boxing, right? They each have their own bullshit belt.
anyways, so
Standards.
Jericho may not be All Elite Wrestling champions for much longer. He after the pay-per-view, he went to Longhorn Steakhouse to get dinner on the way to the airport. Left the championship.
Did he have the Outback belt?
Just hold on. He left the championship belt in the limo. Came back. The limo went, picked up some more people, came back. Championship belt's no longer there. He lost the championship belt.
I'd be suing the limo company.
And it was it was a beautiful championship belt. And this is not a joke.
Did it sparkle?
They had to file a police report, and in the police report, it says lost heavyweight championship belt, wrestling championship belt.
With sparkles.
Why was the limo going someplace else?
I have no idea. and went to pick up other people, take them to the airport.
People are.
Well, yeah, that's what my thought
Well,
is.
you know, he's got an Uber while he's waiting on the guy to eat dinner. I mean, come on.
Have you been to a Longhorn? It's like 6 hours. You're going to be there a while.
I'm about to say, yeah.
Uber L.
Who's
Uber
your favorite
limo.
wrestler
Yeah.
in AEW?
Jericho. Besides him, you know what? I like Luchasaurus.
Luchasaurus.
I have not seen him before
Is he
this.
the guy in the T-Rex costume?
Yes. Not the
He
full
was the guy on
T-Rex.
Big Brother.
He's with Jungle Boy.
Judas?
I was
Yeah,
just
Judas
saying,
Crossan.
how could you not say Jungle Boy?
Jungle Boy, Luke Perry's son.
There you go.
Do you see what their name is? The Jurassic Express. I like that.
Luchasaurus was on Big Brother.
He is a big man, and you know what? He can wrestle. Mm-hmm. So I like that. I like what they're doing. LAX, the tag team from Impact, that's a pretty popular one. They
No. That's an airport.
This gets shit done, unlike LAX. You're not stopped. But LAX tag team is just made their appearance there too. So they have, I think, 8 well-known tag teams, and it's like, oh, that's going to be a crowded field. Meanwhile, we got 2 in the WWE, so that's good.
And they give the title belt to 2 singles wrestlers who just team up and take it.
In WWE, Raw,
Yeah.
yeah, they do. They do. It was a good time.
Can I mention something just because we mentioned Luke Perry? We were at a family get together. Not all the family was there, but most of them. And
Important ones.
We were talking, and my brother, not Jason, said something, and I made some comment about something about Riverdale, and my brother looked at Jason and said, "You watch Riverdale?"
Proudly.
He said, "My 13-year-old daughter watches
14.
that."
I think she's 14. No, she is 13.
She's
Damn
13.
it. Damn it.
Yeah. So
Well, Jason is in touch with his 13-year-old inner girl.
Get out.
Well, how many times did you have to watch 13 going on 30?
Oh, God.
So you know how 13-year-old girls...
God, my wife has no taste in movies.
And you watch Riverdale? I think you have
You have
the
no
same
right to
taste.
complain.
Yeah.
I do have a right to complain.
No, you don't.
I did make my defense was I did watch Dawson's Creek, to which my one brother said, you were 17. I was like, well, yeah, that's true. I don't want to wait.
I have to take his
That's still not an
testosterone
excuse.
card.
I was always Team Pacey.
What?
Sorry, James Vanderbeek was nothing to compared to
I
Joshua
was always
Jackson.
Team Joey.
Katie Holmes,
Yeah, no.
who was Dawson?
James Vanderbilt.
James
Okay,
Vanderbeek,
okay.
Did
not
he own-
Casper Van Dien, which I thought was for a second.
Did he own the
Pacey's
creek?
Joshua Jackson.
He did own the creek. It was his
Family
parents'
creek?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. So I did see Shazam this week today.
For
Finally,
the first time?
Yeah,
what do you
Jeez.
think?
I've enjoyed it. I liked it. It was a little bit not darker, I would say, but a little bit more intense than I thought it was going to be. I thought the bad guy had some good villains, like the greed, lust,
Yeah.
gluttony. I thought it did a good job establishing the characters. I thought the bad guy was decent, compared to most villains in Marvel or in superhero films.
In DC,
Yeah, he was better. You gave him somewhat of a backstory. When he threw his brother out the window was awesome.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny.
Spoiler.
It's only been out a year.
Brother, I thought that was dad.
Okay, but
He kills his dad too.
But from what I remember seeing it was decent, but it wasn't fantastic.
No.
But I think everybody made a big deal about, oh my God, this is so great, because it was so much better than all the other DC.
Oh, it
ones.
was, yeah.
It was light
Wasn't-
years better.
and it really didn't make that much money. I don't think.
No,
It was
Like
enjoyable.
150 million or something.
it was enjoyable. Blake
Yeah, it
has
was
a good point.
yes, it was. Yes, it was.
It was more enjoyable than Aquaman.
Yes, it was. Although you didn't get to see Jason Momoa in
Correct.
Shazam.
But I liked it. I thought they did a good job with it. I thought the backstory with the foster parents and like his mom and that, I thought that was a little bit more deeper than I thought they were going to go with it. And I enjoyed it. And I like the parallels with each other's families, like with Billy Bastion's family. He's always, when he said that you're always looking for that one thing to, give you a reason for why it happened and you're never going to find it. So, and how the villain was always looking for something. So I thought the parallels was good. But I enjoyed it. I would see it. I would see another one.
Was it better than Justice League?
The 10 minutes that I saw, yes.
Oh, wait, yeah, we haven't seen Justice League.
What? I watched it.
and
No, I didn't.
It still had humor in it.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It had a lot. His brother was pretty funny. His foster brother was pretty
Yeah.
funny. You look at me, disabled foster kid. I got everything going for me. But no, I thought it was a good job. I thought they did a good job with it.
of playing first base for the Braves, though. Said he did a good job of playing first base for the Braves, though.
Freddie Freeman.
Yeah.
I didn't even think. I did think for a character that I have no desire to care about, Shazam, like in the comic books, I thought the movie did a good job establishing him.
Oh, I went in with zero expectations, not really liking the original.
The old man in the
van.
television show.
Captain Marvel.
The Winnebago.
Yeah, the original Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed there was no Winnebago.
Maybe next one.
Yeah.
Because they are making a sequel to it.
Yes.
They didn't announce it. So
And they set it up. They set up well for more movies and
They
coming
did.
on.
I was really shocked by the surprise cameo of Black Manta.
I was too. I didn't even see it.
He wasn't in Aquaman either much.
I can't believe they just broke his neck and killed him.
In Black Manta?
Yeah.
Yes. Because
Like,
Jim,
this woman is so stupid. Crack.
because that was what you said was the strongest part of Aquaman was Black
Oh.
Manta. Great great villain. Yeah, he's in it for 10 minutes.
Oh, I mean, why even have a minute? I still don't know why.
I think they were trying to tease a Justice, what is that? Justice?
Legion of Doom.
Legion of Doom, thank you.
Yes.
Maybe that? I don't know. It was bad.
Yeah, you wait till if you're not going to have him as the main villain, then you wait till Aquaman 2 and introduce him.
Which Jason Momoa is not filming yet. Because there's some issue with the Hawaiian island, and he's not. I don't know what's going on with it, like environmentally. There's an environmental issue, and I guess with the filming of that, and he said he's not doing it until they fix it.
Oh, okay.
You're saying they're teasing the Legion of Doom. Mm-hmm. Didn't they really come out and say that at the end of, was it Justice League?
Justice League.
I don't know. I didn't see Justice League.
So you're
Yeah, he
so
did.
out of it. They talked about, Lex Luthor talked about having the Legion of Doom.
Oh.
He had, was it Deathstroke?
Yeah, Deathstroke I heard showed up.
Yeah,
I didn't.
so there's no teasing. We know about it.
And Cheetah's going to be in Wonder Woman 2. I like Cheetah.
She's going to have her tiny hands.
It's Kristen Wiig.
Oh, yeah. I hope she does all right, but I don't think I've seen her in a movie where she was good in yet.
Interstellar.
I liked her Bridesmaids.
She an Interstellar.
Oh, no, she was in the
Martian.
Matt Damon, The Martian, yeah.
The Martian. Yeah, she wasn't bad in The Martian. You're right.
She was in 20 minutes, but still.
Oh, yeah, she had a small role, but
Yeah.
she didn't ruin it. Nah, she annoyed me in Bridesmaids.
Yeah.
The whole movie annoyed me.
If she would have shit in a sink, it would have been great.
True.
How could she wipe with the tiny hands? I don't know. Do you see Breath of Silence? Valerie Harper died?
Yes. Breath of
Valley
Silence.
Harper?
Valerie.
Yeah.
Okay, just out of curiosity, who here thought she was already dead? I thought she was dead.
Is Sandy Duncan dead?
Yes.
Okay.
Mary Tyler Moore dead?
I didn't think Sandy Duncan was dead.
Mary Tyler Moore
still
dead?
alive, isn't she?
Mary Tyler Moore?
died.
Last year.
You mean Ed Asner's outlasted all these people?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who would have thought that?
Yeah, Ted Knight's dead. Is Gavin McLeod still alive?
There can only be one.
Eric B.
I hope he's alive. He's the last hope for Highlander.
Not Connor McLeod.
Oh, my bad.
Gavin.
Captain Stubing.
Yes. Captain Stubing.
Mary Tyler Moore is dead.
Yeah, she died last
Breaking
year.
news on Hobie.
January 2017.
Breaking news on Hobie.
Now look up Sandy Duncan, because I saw something about it said Valerie
I thought
Harper
Sandy
died.
Duncan
It's
still
like, that's
alive.
okay. Sandy Duncan can just replace her.
No.
It's like, oh.
No.
Anyways, anybody else got anything?
I went to the art museum and saw the Burning Man exhibit this weekend.
Oh, like the festival?
No, just
Oh.
art from the Burning Man.
How was that?
It was okay.
The festival was this weekend, wasn't it?
I don't know if the festival was this weekend, but
Was it a lot of it was burnt?
Yeah, it was.
No, it was the unburnt stuff.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it was this weekend because I remember a big upshot in like drug overdoses and stuff.
A spike in OD.
There's a big odor coming from
and the
there.
big odor coming from the west.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. If you read the 10 like sacraments or whatever they have at Burning Man, when I went to go see it with the wife and a couple of the fam, they're like, "Hey, we're gonna go see Burning Man, the art." I was like, "Oh yeah, that cult." They're like, "It's not a cult." It's
cult.
and they get there and they're in this like these the 10 sacraments of Burning Man, which is okay and cool. They're fine and all that. But I like the one is like, we come in, we show up, and we clean everything so there's no trace of our, existence. And we're like, hey, except all the excess carbon emissions that you guys burnt for that weekend in that area and the ozone.
It was
pulling
more
the ozone
methane.
layer. But a lot of that stuff was pretty cool. I do like a lot of the some of the interactive and stuff. They had like one of the dragon carts that was actually made out of like baking pans. It was really cool, and it actually had a working dragon head with a flamethrower.
Can you use that?
One of this,
Could you do that at the art museum?
Well, they didn't have the gas loaded, and it was turned off.
So you just stayed there for an hour trying it?
But they did, I was like, until I was removed from that area. No, they had little video things throughout. So what they did is they placed a lot of these exhibits throughout the entire museum to sucker you into going to these other things. But so you go in and look at it, and it was pretty cool. But they would have like TV screens on. They'd have like some video stuff from Burning Man, and then and so it was kind of funny. Looking at some of this stuff, most of the stuff like modern art, the only thing anytime I go in to look at modern art, the only thing I can think of is, have you guys ever seen Paul Joseph Watson's 9-minute diatribe on modern art is rubbish? Mm-mm. Or it's called The Truth About Modern Art. It's actually pretty funny. You can go watch it, but don't watch any other Paul Joseph Watson shit because he went like loony bin Alex, what's his name? Alex Jones, lunatic after this.
Lizards are
This was
taking
before
over.
he went lunatic, but it was pretty funny, the whole, modern. So anytime I go, like when I was in the Guggenheim in Bilbao or going watching this stuff and going to see some of the modern art stuff that's in the Cincinnati Museum that wasn't Burning Man, the only thing I can think of is modern art is rubbish.
Oh, so you were at the Modern Art Museum.
Yeah, the one, the Cincinnati Art Museum, the one up there.
The Cincinnati Art Museum or the
Mount
Modern
Adams.
Art Museum?
Mount Adams.
Okay, because there's a Modern Art Museum.
Yeah, not the
over
modern.
rock.
Well, I wouldn't
Really?
pay to go into that.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
rubbish.
I assumed you went to, and then you talked
Exactly.
about modern art. I'm like,
no,
this is there.
the art, the real art museum.
Okay.
Did you have to get naked to go to this since it's a Burning Man thing?
No, but if you did try to get naked, you'd probably get escorted.
Okay, I'm just asking.
You know,
Asking what the rules
It
are.
was a look at Burning Man, not participate.
Okay.
So as I walk through it, my guide is, can I recreate that? If I can, it's shit. But if I look at it, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. Then I like it.
Okay.
That's basically my.
So if I can do that, it's not art.
That's right. If I can do that, it's not art. Because and it is kind of funny.
But
Paul
don't you
Joseph
think-
Watson does have a point. A lot of his stuff, and Joe Rogan's got a great modern art rant. As well. But when I'm walking through this stuff, like the lady at the Bilbao, where you're looking at like a bunch of styrofoam with pipes stuck in it, this symbolizes the inner child's turmoil. Like, get the fuck out of here. Get the.
But don't you think if you're the first person to do it, whether other people can do it, you did it first?
I give a modicum of credit to that, yes.
Okay.
But I'm like, well, you know what? That's shit. But I didn't think of it. All right. So, but can I still reproduce it? Yes. So it is still rubbish. But I do give that a little bit about it, though. But it was pretty cool. They had to, I think, I don't know how long it's there, but if you're in town, and we're passing through Cincinnati, it is pretty cool. They do have a lot of neat stuff that's there. I did like it. But, it is still at the end, Burning Man.
Yeah. So talking Burning Man, so 2018, the local governments went in there and said there was way too much waste left around.
Nevada? I
Nevada.
think they do it, yeah.
They absolutely trashed it last year.
Yeah.
So these people that say, "Oh, this is environment. We're for the
didn't-
environment." No, they
the
didn't.
whole point was that they clean up when they leave.
They didn't.
Oh.
They didn't. Last year was shit was strewn all over the place.
Yeah.
And,
like anything else, it gets blown up by the jackasses.
Don't they change it every year, or is it always in Nevada?
It's always
It's
in
always
Nevada.
been in
Is it-
Nevada.
Is it always in the same spot, or does it kind of rotate around? So
I'm not sure.
No, I'm not hip enough to know that.
But pretty much the groups that's supposed to go around and clean up afterwards didn't do it last year.
Because you know why? Because it's been commercialized.
Or they were high?
Or there were too many acid.
or
acid
maybe
trip.
they all
Burning
overdosed. The people were supposed to clean up OD.
Too OD, yeah.
I was going to clean up at Burning Man, then I got high.
Doug, since you were here this week,
Yeah, I am here this week.
was there any issues with Disney things that we messed up on the last 3 weeks?
Nope.
Nope. Okay,
We
good.
never mess up
Thanks,
Disney.
Doug.
Yeah.
Thanks, Doug. Because I am a D23 member.
Yes, I've heard that.
How you doing? Got a special handshake.
Don't criticize Disney.
I'm not. I'm D23, baby, through and through. Got Disney Plus, baby, for 3 years.
Does that mean you have the right number of chromosomes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Jeff.
I still don't
you
understand
guys-
what the 23 means for Disney.
You guys got in here
It was
too late.
created in 1920. I got this one, Doug. I got this
They
one.
first started in
First started in
1923?
1923. I got you, Doug.
Yeah.
That's what I get for being a D23 member. Through and through, baby.
Do you know what Disney has done? They screwed up my fantasy football websites.
Why?
Yep.
Because they own ESPN, so they put all the stuff under like one
umbrella. All their
all their electronics and all the
Media.
passwords and media is all under one umbrella now. It's all under Disney. And I had on the old website ESPN, I had 2 emails going to the same account,
Yeah.
and Disney took over, and I can't log into it at all. And I spent like 45 minutes with help emails and got nothing accomplished.
Well, don't blame Disney for that, Doug. No. Blame ESPN. I would blame Stuart
Was that
Scott.
on go.com what you're using?
No.
It was on ESPN.com.
Does it still say .go.com?
ESPN.go.com.
No,
Oh, I forgot
it's
about
on,
that.
It's on the actual app.
Okay, well, I'll just, not that I'm bad-mouthing Disney,
What way?
but their tech issues are horrible. They have, an app so you can get on and make fast passes in the parks. It's always down. You can't change your reservations for rides or restaurants. Their tech stuff is horrible.
Maybe it's that way on purpose.
So they did a great job. So we have really bad tech stuff. So let's take everything we own and put it underneath this one umbrella and fuck everybody over.
Or instead of finding the one area that we own that might be good at tech and having them run it.
The ESPN phone. I don't know if it's good.
Well, I'm not saying ESPN was good at
okay.
tech either.
I don't know.
but
Can
somebody, The Simpsons,
Can,
maybe they're
can
good.
Pixar run your fantasy football leagues?
They could probably do better than I do. Oh, so yeah, we had our draft last night. My team sucks.
We did have fantasy football draft last night.
My draft sucks. My team is okay because Blake picked some good people for me a couple years ago.
Good job, Blake.
I couldn't help out last night. I had family in town.
Thanks for that Juju pick a couple years ago.
You're welcome.
So.
That's right. I did my homework.
Beans?
Juju beans, yes.
Juju fruits?
Yeah, Juju.
They're
fruit.
still. Have you tried Juju fruits? They probably could last a couple years. I think they're okay.
I had a box 17 years ago. I didn't finish it. Still have it. Still the same.
Still looks same color.
Yep.
Still fine.
That's good and plenty.
Oh God, that tastes like chalk. In honor of Labor Day, we had a Twitter poll of the week.
Yay!
You can find us on Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter. Also, History of Bad Ideas on Facebook. Give us a like. In honor of Labor Day, what is the worst profession in a movie?
Yeah, one of these is actually from a TV show. I think you meant.
Nope.
I think people
Stormtrooper.
probably thought it was from the TV show.
Stormtrooper. Gotham
We
City
talked
Cop.
about it an awful lot.
We do talk about it on the TV show, but
Yes.
Gotham City Cops in the movies are rough too.
Not as bad as the TV.
No, but still.
Well,
I
the Dark
included-
Knight did. They did. There was a high death toll in the Dark Knight.
I
Right?
included the Gotham television show in this.
Yeah.
because
See, that's what I think. You failed on this poll.
Anyways, astronaut and camp counselor.
Why astronaut? What was the?
Yeah. What's the death toll on astronauts in movies?
Instead of astronaut, it should have been a red shirt.
So
from
if
Star
you
Trek.
do,
Yeah.
if you do Google
really,
death rates in movies of professions, astronaut is on there. So it was.
yeah,
in
but those are
top-
like what, one at a time?
Well, have you seen Deep Impact? The whole ship died.
I mean, if that's the case, you would say. But
are they
Guardians of the Galaxy? The planet defense.
Yeah.
the Nova Corps.
That's
Yeah, they're astronauts.
They're astronauts.
They're
Yeah.
all like Jesus, crikey.
I'm going with
That's a
it.
loose definition.
Yeah,
I guess Star Trek red shirts are astronauts.
I guess
Yeah,
so.
I guess
astronauts.
so.
You mean space
I
travel?
guess anybody in space is an astronaut now. There you go.
So stormtroopers are astronauts.
Hey, we had our first astronaut crime, by the way.
I saw that.
See that in the news
Yes.
this past week?
That's funny.
Go ahead and explain that real quick.
Our astronaut.
Sorry, Blake, explain something real quick. Okay, in gym time, explain it real quick.
Our astronaut impersonated her spouse to get bank account information.
from space.
Yeah, it's
Ex.
called fraud. Yeah,
Her
her ex spouse, her ex partner.
If you don't think, and I like how she didn't think she was going to get caught in space. NASA is looking at.
the
Yeah.
NASA computers.
The bank went to check where it came from. It came from space.
She maintains her innocence, though.
I saw a movie called that once. It came from space.
It's called identity theft. She logged in under somebody else's
There was a
username and
movie
password.
called Identity Theft.
Yeah, there is. Sandra Bullock. And wasn't she an astronaut later?
Yes.
Yeah, she was.
Gravity.
Did she die?
No.
No, but her partner did.
Yeah, George Clooney.
Yeah,
he had it
thank God.
coming.
Identity
What?
Theft.
Spoiler.
Wasn't Melissa McCarthy in Identity Theft?
Yes, she was.
Yes, she
I thought she
was.
meant she was in Gravity. No.
She's got a lot of good.
Stop.
Never mind.
Stop. Down the hall.
Yeah.
Down the hall. Anyway, so in last place, astronaut was 8%. So there you go.
Not counting red shirts.
In third place, stormtroopers at 24%. Winning 40%.
But how many of those actually die? How many
The whole
stormtroopers
Death
are
Star?
dead?
Twice?
Well,
Every
shit. Well, they
the
did.
Death
Killer.
Well, hold on.
Star Killer, the Death Planet.
It's true.
Who's the most
Oh,
famous
Jesus Christ.
stormtrooper? Finn. He lived.
Daniel Craig.
Right. There you go.
Oh, I was going to say Captain Phasma.
Captain
But
Plasma.
she lived too.
Yeah.
Did she live? I don't know what happened.
She was worthless, though.
She was. They really hyped her up to end
Yes.
up being terrible.
Hey, Doug. Don't
we're-
tell us. Don't tell anyone how to take the shields down.
Yes.
But
But
where
we're-
is it, Captain?
Oh,
Right
that's how
there.
you do it.
Yep.
But on the Death Stars, wouldn't there be more government contractors than stormtroopers?
Nope. Nope.
Not on the first
disagree.
one, because the first one's fully operational.
Oh, okay.
And I think the Star
We still
Killer
have a
base
lot of
is.
contractors running stuff.
I think the Star Killer base is.
Star Killer base.
Yeah.
That,
You would think there would be
that
a
was
lot-
obviously fantasy.
There's a lot of astronauts on that though because they're pulling from the sun.
Then they're all space.
So they're okay.
So wait,
Correct.
but what? Let's say like the food court.
Mm-hmm.
Are those guys general contractors, or are they actually stormtroopers? that
No,
are
those are
forced
general
to
contractors.
Do they have a food court?
Yeah.
work? Yeah, they
They
have to
got
have something.
they got a mat, but it's like the
I don't know.
army where
Finn was
just
in
have
charge of,
corporals
taking out
serve
the
your
trash.
food.
No, they don't do that anymore. That's outsourced to contractors because they'd rather spend that money on a body with a gun than a guy ladling soup.
So at Area 51, are
serious.
those general
Even
contractors they
out
pull
on
in?
the battlefield areas
Correct.
or the MASH units.
That's right. KG.
Wow.
That's right.
So Area 51 would have general contractors for the food area, right?
Correct.
Okay.
But they have to have, well, you know how
Well, no, when we
reliable
start-
our office of OOMB is and validating people's secret clearances.
When everybody storms Area 51, we're going to know a lot more about the workings of it.
Yeah,
so
all
it'll
that
be okay.
security, contractors.
They're just going to leave and let them find the alien, and it's going to be the one from Predator, and it's going to kill them all.
Who do you think's fighting for us in Syria?
Okay,
contractors.
Okay.
Aliens.
Okay,
Alien contractors.
Contractors with alien technology.
Predator, give us all your secrets to your technology, and we'll give you 20,000 kills. Done. Okay, come on in, guys. Storm it. Go on in.
There you go.
How many could you kill with the disc? What do you think at one time? The disc that he throws around? It's like a
Predator
Tron
disc or a
disc.
Tron disc?
That's Tron, yeah.
Tron, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you had another disc.
Jesus Christ.
I was
You got
thinking
Disney on
Tron
the
too.
brain.
I do. D23. So winning 40% to 28%. Gotham's City Cop Above Camp Counselor. So
Sure.
most unsafe job ever.
Hybrid movie TV show.
Yes.
The turnover rate for a Gotham City cop is 99%.
Yeah.
The sad part was I saw Camp Counselor, and the only thing I thought of was
Jason Voorhees.
Ben Stiller in Heavyweights. And I went, I don't understand why that's on there. And I went, oh yeah, horror movies. Oh, okay.
Meatballs.
Meatballs, yeah.
2.
That's right.
The better one.
Meatballs 2, there are aliens in that one.
Yeah.
Is there?
Yes.
Did you see Meatballs 2?
Like 35 years ago.
And
Then
you
you
blocked
should
it out of your
And
mind.
you know there's an alien in there.
Anyways, let's do some listener feedback.
That sound is for the bomb listener feedback.
Who's it brought to this week?
What did you do for your Labor Day? Did you just sit back and be lazy asses and eat and drink all weekend like me?
Wait, for Labor Day or for Labor Day weekend? For the weekend, I
Yeah.
played tons of board games.
Cool. All right.
For the Labor
about
Day,
it?
I drove home.
What about you, Jason?
I did a lot of yard work.
I did some yard work too, but I
Yeah.
was mostly lazy and binge watched a lot of things. What about you?
Some of us have to work on the Labor Day weekend.
No, you didn't.
so-
You're a postal worker. Jen, what did you do?
Someone's had to work on Labor Day weekend.
That is true. You are in the service industry for people that want bar drinks.
But
And food.
but then I watched the fireworks, drank beer.
Oh, there you go. All right. She of the family who shall not be named spent her weekend studying for the California bar exam.
Oh,
The biggest butted she?
Yes.
the famous
let
one
this,
that
let
got.
this be known. If she passes the bar exam with not having gone to law school, then the state of California, which we already know is a farce, will be a true joke at that point in time.
So Ray J's ex.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't think they dated. I don't think they had a date.
They just hooked up once, right?
And recorded
And
it.
filmed it.
Yeah,
And somehow that leaked on the internet.
I don't know how it leaked.
I don't know how it leaked. You know.
So,
Anyways.
So what we got?
So
who's it
so
sponsored
anyways,
by?
when I was,
the
that,
California Bar
Oh,
Association,
okay.
the California Bar Association.
Okay,
where
sorry.
what was it about? I'm trying to remember. There's like 12 states where you don't need to go to law school to take the bar.
Yes.
I think they should all. If you're smart enough to pass the bar without going to law school, you should be able to become a
That's right.
lawyer.
All I have to say is
Same
You
thing
have
with
to go into debt to become a lawyer if you're too smart.
Yeah.
Will Hunting passed it.
Yeah. If you are in the state of California and you studied law, or if you're a politician that studied law and you failed, and she passes the first time around,
Suicide watch.
there you go. That's all I'm saying.
I think you know what, Jeff. On your thing, I think if you're smart enough to pass the medical board examination, I think you should be a doctor too.
You can be
I'm
called
fine with that
doctor.
without any training. No, you know what? That's good. I'm fine with that.
But to pass the medical board, you got to go through rotations and stuff.
No, if you're good enough, forget it.
But part of passing the test is to prove that you can do stuff on
I think that's a lie. I don't think you need that.
You know, I am a
But
doctor.
you actually do.
I'm a certified doctor.
Of what?
Love.
I was waiting for that.
Whoever gave you that doctorate failed.
Can we ask your wife if you're a certified doctor
Oh,
of
I have
love?
to keep taking the exam over and over again,
Can we ask your wife?
willfully.
And you keep on failing.
Oh, woe is me. Got to practice again tonight, honey.
Was that good for you? That wasn't good for anybody.
No, you're not allowed to ask my wife.
We're not allowed to talk to his wife.
We'll see her at the expo.
She'll probably come.
Yeah.
Something she hasn't had. Never mind. I'll stop.
She'll come at the expo, not at all.
Hey, I didn't invite her to the Hobie Green Room for nothing. Come on.
I give it $5 that scam Jeff hits on her.
Well, no.
I don't wish that upon anybody.
He's not teaching a class or something.
She's not a student.
I don't know why your wife won't come back on the show.
No, she will.
Okay.
Eventually. All right.
Yeah, at least his wife braved the show
Yeah.
multiple times.
No, my wife just hates it. She's like, I'm not listening to that.
All right. Let's get this started.
Uh-huh.
Go. You're here. Read your own shit, Doug.
I don't like this question, so I have a different one.
Okay.
Oh, God damn it. I have my answer prepared. Fuck it.
Give the same answer anyway.
Okay.
So there is a hurricane hitting Florida.
Dorian.
Yes.
Not quite yet. Still on its way.
Right.
Tomorrow morning.
Possibly.
Did you see the meme with the little league boy who does that third base run?
walk.
The little walk in slow motion. It's like in the back's like meteorologist. And the kid at home plays like Florida, and the coach that tries to edge them along closer to Florida is like the Weather Channel.
I did like the warning that they had to put out in the Bahamas. Please do not go out in the eye of the storm because winds will pick up. You know what? At that point, just let them. You know what? If you're going out in the eye of the storm, do it. Just let them go. You're not losing anybody that's probably the most that's helping this world at that point.
Air Force pilots for science.
That's different.
Okay.
But at the eye of the storm, there is no wind.
Yes.
Now, if you just stay with the eye, you'll be
right.
safe.
You'll be all right.
So you
I
got
think that's
travel.
the challenge. Stay in the eye of the hurricane, and you'll be all right.
The Bahamas only got beaten down with a hurricane for 48 hours. So, I mean, I think it was fine. Poor jeez. Florida's probably not getting it as
Yeah,
much.
I know, right.
Yeah.
Georgia is.
Oh, shit.
Anyway, certain members, people I know who work for Disney
Fish.
are staying. He started work at 6 o'clock tonight,
Okay.
and he stays until they get the all clear. So he's going to be working for as long as they want,
Okay.
because he's there for his guests that are there. Starbucks, on the other hand, closed up like all their shops in Orlando like 2 days ago. So my question is, are the people from Starbucks just pussies?
Or they're unlike Brian Kelly, the coach of Notre Dame football, and they care about the people who work for them.
So
Don't
Disney,
send them into dangerous weather.
look it up, kids, on Notre Dame. Disney. So Brian Kelly is Disney. Their employees are on top of a scaffolding.
Now,
Honestly, Disney's the safest place to be.
Now, what actually happened is Starbucks corporate said, hey, you guys need to stay open and give coffee to cops, policemen, first responders. And they said, oh, fuck those guys.
I'm about to say, but can Disney operate without their Starbucks coffee? Like, they're going to be
Is there a Starbucks
The,
on
24
the Starbucks in Disney is still open.
Oh, okay.
That's dedication.
Yes.
That is dedication.
Now,
people
hold on
at
a
Disney a little
second.
bit tougher.
Are they actually Starbucks employees? Are they licensed to use Starbucks?
Are they general contractors?
Are they actually Disney contractors serving
They're
Starbucks?
Disney contractors.
There you go.
Because they're not pussies. If
There
they're
you go.
Starbucks employees, they'd be
There
hiding.
you go. And they give coffee to cops.
Oh, yes.
News of the Geek, sponsored later on by Starbucks. So,
And plus, Disney's also donating $1 million to the Bahamas.
so like
What's
an
Starbucks
hour's
doing?
ticket sale.
What's Starbucks doing? Not a
Oh, wait,
damn
hold
thing.
on. You mean all those millionaires and people that live there and own property in the Bahamas need a donation of $1 million?
I think Atlantis is going to get covered up by water again. Just wondering.
Did anybody else?
It's in the name.
You saw it coming. Who insured that place?
Your company.
Stop it.
You have to deal with the.
No, we don't. God,
You don't
no.
have to deal with the flood insurance.
No.
Did anybody else see the guy who got interviewed by like Florida News?
Yes.
When they were asking him, like, "What do you think?" and he's like, "Well, everybody knows it's coming. I mean, we have like they say the
warm water.
The warm water really helps it. So we have a Navy. Why don't we have the Navy sent out there and throw like a bunch of ice in the water to calm it down? We have an Air Force. Why don't we send the planes in there to like swirl around and push it in a different direction?"
It's not like the
Turn
hurt.
around backwards, opposite way.
Yeah.
So stop it.
It's
Yeah,
not like the.
Blake. Why doesn't the Navy do that?
This is why people like Trump and Ocasio-Cortez get elected.
It's not like the Hurricane just threw a 300-yard passing game. He doesn't need to ice down. Okay.
I saw people like, "Oh, this guy has a point."
No.
No.
He has a point. His point is, I'm a moron.
Did you see that Hurricane? Man, he did awesome in the Sugar Bowl this year. He is awesome. That Dorian, I'm drafting him. Maybe that was your problem,
I
Jeff.
did
You drafted
draft
Dorian.
Hurricane Dorian.
You drafted Hurricane Harvey, and he's tired. He's
It's time to
gone.
change the name of your fantasy team.
I think you're right.
Where in the world is Hurricane Doria?
It's from Hurricane
Where
West
in
Virginia.
the world is Hurricane Doria?
Today I'm in the Bahamas.
Tomorrow, Miami. Next time, Stone Mountain, Georgia. What?
I don't know how Dora the Explorer song goes, but that sounded good.
That was Carmen San Diego. Thank you.
Carmen San Diego, Dora
an
the
idiot.
Hurricane. What's the difference?
How dare you?
Where in the world is Carmen San Diego?
San Diego?
I don't know. Oh, San Diego?
It's in the name.
The first episode, Hurricane Dorian takes Atlantis. Where did it go?
I don't know.
Okay, moving on. What else you got?
Oh, so anyways, my original response to Doug was, his original question that he refused to read was, no shit. All right, from Bob. A new Joker trailer was released. Thoughts? I've seen the trailer.
Ugh.
And I'm reading people like, oh my God, this is going to be the greatest movie ever in transformation. And I watched it. And I'm like, eh.
I was bored.
And then I read.
Honestly, I think the trailer looks outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
As
Really?
long as you don't think of this as a superhero movie,
Correct.
I think
Okay.
it'll be. The movie looks great. I'm
like a
actually
like
psyched
a
to
like
see
a
it.
like a artsy French.
Yes.
it looks
movie?
like a biography of John
Yeah.
Wayne Gacy.
Sure. Yeah, but
No.
what I heard.
Not as much, but you know what I mean. Like you're
but-
making a movie about a serial killer.
Making
Basically.
I mean,
the
think
movie
about
about
it.
someone's descent into madness.
yes.
Yeah, but think about it. I mean, it got like they said like an 8-minute standing ovation. What is it, in Nice or Cannes?
Venice.
Venice?
Clerks 2
No,
did
I
too.
thought it was in France.
Whatever.
I thought, well, it's
Clerks
perfect.
3.
I mean, it's a story about a sad
What?
clown, and what French doesn't like a story movie about a sad clown that's artsy?
Actually, the French like Jerry Lewis.
Yeah, that's what
and
I'm
they didn't like
saying.
his sad clown movie.
Yeah.
Oh. They don't like killing kids. I don't know why.
I love the sad clown movie. It is so deep in human emotion.
This Nutty Professor sequel took a dark turn, Jerry. Yes, it did. Where's Flubber? Jim, are you seeing it?
I'm more in line with Jeff. I do think it looks like it's going to be a pretty good movie if you don't take it as a
Joker,
superhero
villain movie.
It's an origin film. You're going to see how he was created, so you don't need all the.
And I get that. And I'm the same. I'm on the boat that I don't want to know Joker's origin. This is not in the DC. Well,
No,
there
this
is no DC universe anymore. So it doesn't matter. And if you want to tell that story, that's fine. I'm not mad about that. I just was bored. I don't know if I'm.
No, I heard you talking about it. I'm like, oh, do I even want to bother watching it? And I started watching it. And I'm like, I am very intrigued by this movie. The thing about the movie is, I wish it wasn't called Joker or wasn't
agree.
about. The problem is, no one would watch this movie. People are going to watch it because it's associated with Batman and a known property. But I think if you distance yourself from that property and take it as a story, I think it looks very interesting.
I'm intrigued that they got Halle Berry to reprise her role as Catwoman.
This has as much to do with DC Universe as Halle Berry's Catwoman does.
What was the Joker storyline? The laughing something?
Laughing
Laughing
clown.
joke?
Laughing joke. Thank
Killing
you.
joke?
Killing joke.
Killing joke.
You know,
I think.
if you think this was called the Killing Joke, do you think that would be?
I think that would be
if
a
they
hell of
didn't
a
have,
name.
like, if they didn't just call it like the Joker, they just had something like referencing the Joker.
Yeah.
It's
They
not
never
the
really
Joker.
coming out doing the Joker.
Well, if you called it the Killing Joke, though, everybody would want it to be the story from the
Killing
adaptation
Joke.
The Killing
of
Joke.
the
Okay.
of the movie.
Doug, what do you
It's
think?
not the Joker, Blake. It's just Joker.
Okay, Joker. What if they just called it the Clown Prince of Crime?
Joker's just as good. I mean,
What if they just called it Joker's Wild?
that would have been better.
With Snoop Dogg.
Or what if they just called it Joker, Joker, Joker with 3 exclamation points?
I'm going to call it that from now on.
Yeah.
Doug, what are your thoughts?
It doesn't really appeal to me. I saw a Time magazine review of it, and they said he really overacted. And they
Joaquin
weren't-
Phoenix?
Yeah.
Shocking.
I like Joaquin Phoenix. He gets into his part. He's a good character actor.
He actually
I like
killed 7 people just for this role.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
He needed to feel what it was like.
The first one didn't do it. 6th one, he was getting
He
there.
even paid punks to beat him up.
Yeah.
But if we want to talk about
He's Jussie Smollett.
if we want to talk about like critics,
Well, it didn't cost the Chicago PD millions of dollars.
we're talking about critics. Let's talk about the Rotten Tomatoes score for Dave Chappelle's new Netflix special.
What did it
Sticks and
get?
Stones.
A 0.
And
How'd
that's
he get a
bullshit.
0?
That's bullshit because I saw it this weekend and I thought it was funny. And he was being offensive on purpose.
Well, yeah. How many
When I
reviews
saw
were there?
the first one, there was like 7 reviews, and they all panned it
But why?
because he is insensitive.
Correct.
so it's panty waist reviewers.
Yeah.
He makes fun of
People you're not supposed to make fun of.
Michael Jackson, the people who
He kind of like defended Michael. Well, not
His
defended Michael Jackson,
his
but-
topics and subject matter he takes on purpose because everybody gets so pissed off about it. And he did that on purpose. And because it's kind of funny
Well, that's
because
what, but that's what Dave Chappelle does.
Yeah.
Yes,
Do
I
these
know.
people not
But
expect
that was
this?
his point. That was his whole point. You
I
know,
mean, what would these people say if they watched an Anthony Jeselnik special?
Well, in
who Jeselnik
2019, nobody is, so it's okay.
He just had one out this year.
Did he?
Yeah.
I haven't heard from him in ages.
Oh
It
yeah.
felt like.
Oh, he's got a new show
I like
coming
him.
out on the Comedy Central. some cable set network. He's got a new show coming out this month, I think.
Well, even
he's got a special out on new special a couple months ago on Netflix.
even what you're talking about, Jim. Even in his special itself, he's talking about his fame and stardom doing Netflix commercials until they come and murder him.
Yeah.
Basically, professionally, like they
Cancel.
do in
The
social
term is
media.
cancel,
Yeah, like they do in social media. And that was his whole point of the show.
And
was
everybody-
attacking stuff like that. And you
And
can
he
join
did
me
it-
until they
and then the people-
murder
Try
me.
and cancel me, bitch.
Yeah.
The people actually reacted exactly like he said they would.
Exactly. That's
It
the whole.
proved his point.
It is pretty funny because it was pretty funny. There are many times I'm sitting there going, "Oh my god, he went there," but I laughed because I understood the context. Oh my god, context. The context of what it was happening under. And it is kind of funny. Before I watched it, I did click on a headline about, review, Chappelle, Sticks and Stones. I clicked and I started reading. It's like, Jay Chappelle thinks he's so socially, valid and like touching on these stones and relegating people to letters of the alphabet. And I'm kind of like, Jesus Christ, what am I reading? Oh, Mashable. All right, fuck this. And then, I was like,
every week. Stop reading Mashable.
Yeah, it wasn't like a real journalist article. But I went, I watched it, and I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what he was doing. That's why that guy tore him up on it on purpose.
On the positive, though, 100%, Dane Cook's new stand-up got it. So that was good. I would recommend that one.
Okay, Blake. So you watched it. So did I heard that people got mad that he bashed like the victims of like R. Kelly.
No,
Well, what I want to know is
he didn't. He did talk about how he was brought up as being a victim shamer.
yeah.
Because he asked a question, well, how'd that happen? That kind of deal. And he did make jokes in light of it, but he's talking about it.
But again, if let's say in the past 4 years you were a victim of R. Kelly,
Yeah. Well,
Dave Chappelle wrote a
hold
song
on.
about him in 1999 about him doing this to people.
Correct.
And how do people still go around him and think it's not going to happen?
Correct. And the funny thing about it is, in his last special, he said, all this is funny unless it happened to you. Then it's not funny to you. Keep that in context. He's like, yeah, I understand. It's not funny unless it's happened to you. And I say, exactly. And he does talk about that one of the shows where he was doing things where a woman got up and yelled at him because she was actually a rape victim.
Yeah.
So, and he does talk about that. And he also talks about, at that same show, he had a transvestite in the audience, and he talked about that as well. And he actually goes into explanation with that lady and then with the transvestite lady. And it gave you basically two different views of the spectrum because the transvestite lady actually stayed there and talked to him and all other kind of fun stuff. Yeah, fun stuff. But anyways, he is making a social comment, more or less, so.
But you're not allowed to do that if it doesn't fall on the SJW's.
Correct. Yeah, correct.
If you're looking
cancel you.
If you're looking
Yeah.
for some good reviews, friendly staff, great food, and clean bathrooms, and most of all, hilarious people at the Comedy Barn Theater in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. If anybody's looking for it,
That's a good review.
A great place to bring the family for some family-friendly fun. So if you want to go that comedy, that is out there.
Yeah.
Comedy Barn in Pigeon Forge. So just trying to help out.
Know what you're going to go see. That's all it is. And, and here's the other
Yeah.
thing.
Why are you watching?
Don't have to watch them either. You can.
Yeah.
You have the
Whoa,
right.
whoa, whoa, what? I
Turn
thought
it
I
off.
had to.
Oh my god! I know.
I thought I had to.
I'm a reviewer, though. I have to watch it.
Yeah, right.
I've watched 17 Dane Cook specials. Damn it, I thought I had to. Damn them.
Have you done reviews for him?
Isn't that
No, I just thought I had to.
Isn't that 16 more Dane Cook specials than were produced?
No, he just keeps producing them for me. I just keep getting emails.
So
right.
you didn't have to do reviews that was on Nerdly.
No.
Here's Dane Cook number 14.
He told 6 jokes. 5 of them from the last special.
And he made fun of me.
He told 6 jokes. 4
Yeah.
of them he stole from Carlos Mencia, who stole them from someone else.
What else we got there in listener feedback?
So, anyways, Bob, that's our view on the Joker trailer. Next one is Mikaela. Yeah, which Muppet is most likely to be a serial killer?
Doug, you're a Disney guy. Muppets are Disney. Please explain. Who's a serial killer amongst the Muppets?
Beaker.
No.
Yeah.
He's got the sulfuric acid to dip them in, too.
He you know,
Dispose of it.
he comes off as a boob, but he's a genius behind, you know. Mm-hmm. Nobody expecting.
I'm not disagreeing with the logic, but I'm saying it applies to Scooter.
Scooter's a good one.
Yeah, yeah.
He's the quiet assassin.
I thought,
Beaker's always going, me, and everyone sees him.
I thought
Everyone ignores Scooter.
I thought Scooter, and I changed to the Swedish Chef.
Oh, because you need something
Yeah.
to.
Well,
to
hold
eat.
on a second. What
You
about
have no idea what he's feeding you.
More.
which one?
That means human, or Muppet.
Which is the Muppet that has the crush on all the chickens?
Gonzo.
So,
Yeah, that's mine.
He's your Joker version?
No, serial killer.
No, like
You don't know how many female chickens he's murdered.
It's true.
How many hens in the past?
And what does he do with them afterwards?
Exactly. That's what I'm
Eats them.
saying.
Deep fries him.
Yeah.
That's a good
Makes
one.
wings.
I think it's Kermit. It's always the nice one that the neighbors always say. He always seemed like such a nice guy. He's never out of the ordinary. I could see Kermit.
No,
No, it's not. He's
Scooter.
He's nothing like your nephews.
Moving on.
So
what do
from
you say about my son?
Damn it, he's working Disney. He's got dedication.
Yep.
that's right.
D23 for life. What's that?
You know, we're D20 fans. He's D23 fan. Yeah,
D20
all right.
Pro for life.
For
That's right.
life.
Brad at Cinema Persons. Well, it's actually Cinema Guys.
You said bread?
Brad.
I could go for some
Brad
bread.
at Cinema
I
Guys.
like bread.
I like bread.
Yeah.
Texas Roadhouse bread.
Now, don't they have a female on their crew?
Yes, Lisa.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's really Lisa, but it's
That's
Lisa.
not her name, but that's what we call
All
her.
right, there you go. But you refer to themselves
She's moving
as
to
guys.
She's moving to Korea.
Why don't they say Cinema Guys and Gals?
I don't know. I don't produce their
Because
show.
guy is all encompassing of all genders.
I don't produce the show.
And how many genders are there?
There's an
All of
unlimited
them.
number of genders.
Well, moving on. Kevin at
them.
Cincy Explorer.
Anyways, Brad at Cinema Guys says, now that Avengers has overtaken Avatar at the box office, when will Avatar Land get rebranded to Avengers Land?
At Disney World.
It can't. They're not allowed using Marvel heroes in Florida.
And why is that?
They have a contract. Universal has a contract with them.
With Marvel.
With Marvel, yes.
So
They
it'll
signed-
become Avengers Lands when the contract with Universal is up.
Well, it'll never be up. I think it's in.
Well, it will be when Universal gets bought by Disney.
Well, this
Yeah,
is
there
true.
you go. I was about to say,
But
when Disney buys them next.
But then they'll just call the one that's already built
Exactly.
Avengers Land.
But
Right.
since Jason in the podcast sent me out to D23,
Mm-hmm.
the D23 Expo, they are coming up with the Avengers Campus in Disney's California Adventure, and I believe Hong Kong Disneyland, and maybe Disneyland Paris.
What about Guardians ride?
You're a
Isn't that
Disney.
at Disney World? Isn't Guardians the
They're
new
not
ride?
Avengers. They're not under the contract.
Oh, so Guardians is
Avengers.
available.
Correct.
Okay.
Basically, the story I heard was Phase 4 is all the superheroes that Universal doesn't own.
That's awesome.
Because Doctor Strange, I don't
Yeah.
believe is in it either.
Maybe they should just make a DC land. Disney should. In Walt Disney World. I'm just saying, I think it could work. Nobody else has Disney.
You know,
DC
Shut up,
with Six
Jason.
Flags.
You know, at SeaWorld,
Bahamas
back in
has
the day,
Aquaman's land.
when there was a SeaWorld in Ohio.
I went to that.
They had the superheroes water skiing thing.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember
oh,
that?
wow. I don't.
That Aquaman,
Jim, you remember
Superman,
when we
Wonder
went
Woman,
to,
SeaWorld up in Aurora, Ohio.
No.
They had the Batman,
I
Robin,
think I was like
Justice
6, so
League.
you would have been like 2. So you don't remember that?
I remember seeing pictures of it.
Yeah, you just remember the Shamu and Mamu being tortured and asking to be released. into the
Allegedly.
water.
What I
Right.
remember is sitting on the lake there and looking across the lake and saying, why can't we ride those rides?
Yeah, because that's Geauga Lake. That's a
Yeah.
different park. Well, then became
Then
Six
Geauga
Flags.
Lake.
Yeah, then
but,
it became Six Flags.
But I'm like, we're here and I see all those cool looking rides. Why can't we get there?
what do you mean you have to look at this porpoise?
What else you
I
got?
gotta look at this porpoise blowhole, and there's a roller coaster across the lake. All right. Anyways, yeah, I saw the Deep. All right, the boys in the Deep. That was
Good show.
funny. Yeah, it was. Kevin at Cincy Explorer, has Disney considered fulfilling for
Filing.
filing? It says fulfilling. Considered filling.
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 It says yeah.
Not fulfilling.
No, don't change Kevin and Cincy's Explorer question. He says, has Disney considered filling For non-exempt tax status as a religion, say as the Church of the Mouse or D23.
I got this one, Doug. I got this one, Doug. How dare you?
Thank you.
I got a lot of questions. One of them, how dare you?
First, how dare you?
Moving on.
Oh, that's
right.
the answer? How dare
Yes.
you? Okay.
Kevin, lock your doors tonight. All right. The
mouse is
from
coming.
Scary Thoughts at Scary Thoughts 2. Not the 1, but the 2.
Canadian of the Year?
Thoughts on the lackluster summer box office.
I'm a little confused.
Wait, can I interrupt this for a minute? Because he is Canadian of the Year.
Yeah.
I have a bone to pick with him.
Did you go to another Canadian IHOP?
No, it wasn't an IHOP. We drove to Toronto. We
Again?
went to the zoo. No, this
Oh,
Same trip?
same trip.
okay. Whew.
Take the highway, and it becomes a tollway. Okay, fine. You know, we had a toll. We got a bill from the toll in New York. It was $1.
Did you get a speeding ticket?
No, I did not get a speeding-
120 kilometers is not 120 miles per hour.
Yes, I know that. No.
Even though that's the bigger number on your dashboard.
So we just got the bill for the toll for going to Toronto and back.
Did you have to pay full price or
That was it.
0.7 on the dollar?
Well, here it comes. Guess how much
not
the toll was?
You just said it was $1.
No, that was New York.
New York. That was New York.
Was it
Oh.
entire money?
Oh, is it Canadian dollars they're
Yeah, we'll
charging
give you
you?
Canadian dollars.
Was it Bill Horton?
$17.50.
Bill Horton
I would
coupons?
say
Tim Horton
38.19.
coupons.
$42.12.
Jeff wins, but he's not even close.
$218.
It was $103
For a toll road?
for the toll road. 30 something going one way, 55 coming back. $8 for the camera fee.
Are these for U.S. American
This
dollars?
was Canadian dollars. So
See,
Oh, so it was only like 50 cents.
I am
it
completely,
was
totally.
$78 American.
What if you don't
Oh.
pay it?
You can't get into Canada.
I guess the Canadian Army will come looking for me.
But
Your horses can't cross the river.
do they like before you get onto this road? Do they hand you a
No.
sheet that explains the
No,
fees?
it's all automatic. So they take a picture of your license, so you don't see anything.
So they
So
send
you
it
don't
to
even know it's a toll road at the time.
It says express tollway, but it's just the directions went that way.
Yeah.
I didn't think anything of it. Yeah, that's on me, I guess. But
Was it worth a $78 ride?
hell no. so scary thoughts. I want my money back.
So you did pay it.
Although Louisville,
So you
does
will
the
be
same shit,
allowed
too.
into strip joints across
just
the
the
border
bridges.
out of Detroit.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Windsor.
Windsor, yeah.
Okay, sorry. Carry
My
on.
sister got screwed on the bridges in Louisville.
That sounds personal.
Well, okay.
We're driving I blame Siri.
Yeah, the
Siri gave bad directions. It was like, okay, get in right lane. You're right. Okay, get off on exit on left. And you can't get over all the way. And so we drove across this bridge, turned around, drove back.
the right lane put you on a toll bridge that was taking pictures of your camera.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Where's this at?
Louisville.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
when she got back, she had 2 charges for the toll. One for going over this way, one for turning around and coming back.
How much was it?
It's like $30.
It was double the price of one ticket.
It was like 20 bucks.
Blake. Thanks.
You're welcome.
But it
one
wasn't.
direction might be more expensive than the other.
So it wasn't $78 though.
No. But again, I see the problem with Siri because
the price to get out of Kentucky is
It's
higher
more.
than the price
Yeah,
to
it's
get in.
higher than it is to get back in.
But Siri told us we get down there and it's like, okay, you go on the street. Hotel is on the left, and everybody is like looking, and it's like a big parking lot, and like, where the fuck is it? And like, it's right there on the right.
Well, maybe it was your
Oh!
right. Your left. Siri's
No,
right.
Isn't her Siri the Australian?
It is the Australian voice.
Australians right to left are different.
Put another shrimp on the bobby.
The Australian right or the
I
Australian
mean,
left.
everybody's looking to the left, and like, I don't see anything. And I just look over because it's there.
Could you make Siri English?
Remember,
That would be fun. British.
everybody, picture your globe. Australia is here. America is here. So that is upside down and backwards.
Right here.
That's right.
Yeah.
What else we got?
So let's actually answer Scary Thoughts question.
Yes.
What was his question? Oh, okay, yes. We would go see more movies, but Doug had to spend $78 for your country.
Damn straight.
It's really a lackluster summer box office when it has the highest grossing movie of all time came out this summer.
Endgame?
Yeah.
And I believe there was 5 Disney films that made $1 billion.
Was that was an all summer
Yeah.
though? That was an all summer.
Some of those came out before the summer.
Yeah. So 3.
Well, Endgame came out before the summer, but
Well, that's the summer box office.
But then it was released again during the summer.
Yeah, it was re-released during the summer.
I feel like Melissa
build more
McCarthy
tickets
did
to
not
get
do
the
enough
take-
for this summer box office,
It was re-released specifically to beat Avatar.
which is owned by.
And all the fanboys said we have to topple Avatar because it's such a shitty movie. Thank God they came through.
I really think I'd blame Cincy Explorer because he didn't see enough movies this summer.
I agree with that. Let's wrap this up.
We ended with Professor Number One and Doctor Number One. Per MCUcosmic.com, Marvel is looking to reboot the Inhumans and may still have a future in the franchise and could be returning once Ms. Marvel and the Celestials. It's not like a 50s bebop band. Ms.
It is.
Marvel and the Celestials
is.
are better established, quote unquote, in the MCU. The outlet goes on to say that the property would be rebooted or retconned, which means new actors and actresses in the roles. Thoughts?
Jeff, you were a big fan of Inhumans.
Not of the television show they made.
Oh, I thought you were.
Did you watch all of it? The whole
Yes,
series?
I
Same here.
watched-
Same here.
It was terrible.
Yes.
And I would embrace a reboot or not even a retcon, just a reboot. Just ignore whatever happened that happened.
Best character on the show. The dog.
No, they didn't even do the dog that well. God, who was the best character was probably like Triton, who like disappeared in the first episode and came back in the sixth.
So they didn't have enough time to screw it up.
So is this going to be on a little spoiler for your top five?
It could be. It's at least on the big list.
I don't believe that they're going to redo this one because I think now that they got X-Men, they don't care. I think this was all. It was like in the comic books, they were pushing Inhumans because of X-Men. They did not have the rights. So now that they have the rights, I think they're going to push X-Men back.
But why? I mean, obviously, yeah, they're going to push X-Men, but I have no problem with them trying to make any property they have, trying to make it successful.
I don't either.
There's no reason to dump one because of the other.
Ghost Rider.
Oh, you can just dump Ghost Rider. It's a stupid concept to begin with.
Well, they dumped Mouse Guard.
Yeah.
Fuck Mouse Guard. Fucking A. They fucked over Mouse Guard. I got a question about this. Screw D23. That's right, Jim.
I think it was going to cost too much to make.
They just donated $1 million to the Bahamas.
That's charity.
Donate $1 million to Mouse Guard.
You're only $179 million
I was
off.
gonna say, I think they were.
They did, and that's how they got that reel.
They're like, where's the rest of the money? Oh, I'm sorry, what? This was the whole budget.
What?
We have
I
a
thought I
5
was only
minute
supposed to
season.
put together a 60-second teaser. For $1 million? Yeah.
What's wrong with that? Son of a bitch.
Bring the showrunner in now.
Let's do some News of the Geek.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Breaking news. Chris Jericho's belt has not been found yet. Cody Rhodes, one of the owners of, vice presidents of AEW, tweeted out, I prefer Outback Steakhouse. That's not a joke. Longhorn Steakhouse reported this, stated, a man should be able to enjoy himself a fire-grilled steak without having to worry about a bandit coming by and walking away with his effects. Hope it's returned soon. So
How's this breaking news if nothing new is reported?
Nothing news reported.
Have you looked at cable news lately? This is breaking news, baby.
That's true. That's the CNN's job, is to tell you nothing new. We are on 24/7. We have this story covered. Nothing happened.
Breaking news. Let's go on the scene with our on the scene reporter. What do you have to say? Nothing new. Okay, great. Thank you.
Did you see the time when CNN had two people on either, like, the end of a parking lot?
Oh, and you could see
And
each
they were
other?
going back and forth, and then you would see, like, the same car drive behind one, then
Yes.
drive behind the other.
It was for a criminal trial, wasn't it, or something
I
like
don't
that?
even remember what the story was for. But
They were supposed to be in
were
two
making a big-
locations.
Yeah, they're supposed to be two locations. They were standing in the parking lot.
Yeah.
With
20 feet away.
At least they're instead of actually driving someplace to do a on the scene report when there's I'm going to show the outside of a building.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love it when it's like the 11 o'clock news, and I'm standing outside of City Hall where nothing is going on inside because they left 4 hours ago.
To be honest, nothing's going on inside City Hall at 4 o'clock p.m. either.
Building, but whatever building I'm standing in front of is closed and has been for 4 hours. So I could tell you the same story in the studio.
So this first News of the Geek, second one, Count Jericho, is just specifically for Doug, since he's the only one that has seen it here.
Didn't we talk about Jericho already?
Yeah, that's what I said. We already talked about that.
Okay.
Wait,
I wasn't paying attention.
I know. Per comicbookmovie.com, Justice League cinematographer Fabian Wagner has confirmed that he would also like to see the Snyder Cut released by Warner Brothers of Justice League.
Can we stop right here?
Yeah.
Can we just stop this article? Can we stop this? Why do we care? More crap has been made about this terrible movie about, well, if you saw this one. How many times have we heard about the Snyder Cut? Who gives a damn? The movie sucked.
I think
But people are saying the movie won't suck if we see the original vision.
Have
Well,
you
then they
seen-
should have released it.
Have you seen Sucker Punch? Because that's a great film.
Sucker Punch is.
Anyways,
No, I saw Justice League, and it's not going to get any better because you still have the same bad guy.
Yeah.
Steppenwolf,
It's horrible.
that fucking band. God.
But it's constantly. How long have we heard since it's been out? Oh, well, if we saw the director's cut, it'd be different. Oh, this would be so much better with Snyder's. Stop! It sucks.
I actually enjoyed if you take away Steppenwolf, and you may have had maybe a different other bad guy in
Yes.
it, or make him not horrible, the movie would have been good.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed the rest of the movie other than anything involved with him.
I like the people bitching that they want the Snyder Cut. Did you watch Batman versus Superman? I mean, he did that, right?
Right.
He did that. Well, I guess we're stopping the story, Doug.
It's just.
I'm going to skip the next one because it's about Disney, so we're moving on. Jeez.
How long have we heard about this?
Oh,
well, if we had this cut, not to compare, but how many movies in the MCU do they say? Well, if we had, well, you don't. This is what you gave us, and it's shit.
And when Avengers does a re-release, it's only 8 minutes of an extended cut.
That's why you go watch the movie Kingdom of Heaven, the director's cut. All 6 hours of it.
No.
Great.
That's called miniseries.
Per Variety, it's time to take the red pill because The Matrix 4 is officially in the works. Oh, thank God. I have been craving The Matrix 4. Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, boy.
The sci-fi classic celebrates its 20th anniversary. Warner Brothers has announced that a fourth installment is coming with Lana Wachowski, who co-wrote and directed the original trilogy with her sister Lily. Return to the director's chair. Keanu Reeves' Neo and Carrie Ann Moss, oh God, Trinity, will also reprise their roles. She died!
She came back to life.
Oh. That was the longest death scene. It better be a quick rebirth. I'm just saying.
No, she came back to life in the movie.
Did she? I thought she's dead.
I can't remember.
She died, but then he reached into her heart and
Started
Squeezed
it?
like
Squeezed it
because
several
he was
times.
the one, he was able to bring her back to
So
life.
I sat through that 87-minute death scene for her to come back like 10 minutes later that I forgot about?
Yep.
Hey, did she give him permission to touch her like that?
No.
And squeeze?
He was arrested for sexual assault.
That's right.
Doug, what were you going to say about The Matrix?
Can we stop giving spoilers? I've never seen any of them.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Do you
Doug,
plan
you-
on seeing any of them?
Probably not.
Then they're not spoilers.
I'll be honest, Doug. I guess I did the spoilers wrong, anyways. So I didn't even see. We could not be more excited to be re-entering the Matrix with Lana," said WB chairman Toby Emmerich. Oh God, him. Lana is a true visionary, a singular and original creative filmmaker, and we are thrilled that she is writing, directing, and producing this new chapter in the Matrix universe. Many of the ideas Lily and I explored 20 years ago about our reality are even more relevant now, added Wachowski. I'm very happy to have these characters back in my life and grateful for another chance to work with my brilliant friends. In other words...
So he's bringing them back?
Yeah. In other words, Speed...
She? I mean...
Sorry.
Same
In other
difference.
Well, I didn't...
In
ask.
other words, Speed Racer did not take off for the trilogy, because that's top 5 coming up. Speed Racer did not take off, so now we got to go back to Matrix. Lawrence Fishburne, Friday, has shared an update which claims that the script calls for a younger version of the character to be cast, which points to some time travel elements in the plot, Blake. Time travel.
Oh, my gosh!
You know what? Name me a
Matrix.
film that's...
Back in time.
Name me a film that got worse because of time travel. See, you can't. There you go. Everyone has worked well. Everyone.
Sure.
Back to the Future 2.
Ha!
I'll give you that. 3 worked.
No, it didn't.
Kitty Pryde, which one was that? Days of Future Past?
Yeah, Days of Future.
Okay, that didn't work. Okay. Those
Actually,
are the only 2.
That was actually one of the better X-Men movies.
That's a pretty low bar there.
Apocalypse.
It was one of the worst X-Men movies.
So there you go. That's all I have. There's your news of the geek.
That's our news? That's it?
Yeah.
You didn't want to do the Disney story?
No, I'm done with that.
We've got like 6 pages of news and we're done already?
Yeah,
What about the belt?
What bell?
What
wrestling
happened? Did
the
they find it
wrestling
yet?
Belt.
The belt has not been found yet. Breaking news. Still has not been found.
Are you sure?
Thanks.
We're going to go to live with Jim on the couch over there. Jim, what do you got?
Nothing new.
Okay, we're going live to Jeff in the chair. He's at a different location. Jeff, what do you got about the AEW belt?
I didn't hear Jim through the satellite, but over here we've got nothing new to report.
Doug, we're going live to you at Longhorn Steakhouse. What do you got over there?
I got a nice steak here and a side of potatoes, mashed potatoes.
Do you put the chives on
Gravy.
top?
You're
Oh,
a
yeah.
liar. You didn't get a good steak
Hey,
from there.
News of the Geek brought to you by Longhorn Steakhouse.
Go to Jim over on the golf course. Jim, anything over there?
I have not found the belt or OJ's killer here at the golf course.
Okay, let's go to Jeff. Jeff, September 20th through the 22nd, what are you doing?
I'm going to be at the Cincinnati Comic Expo.
Me too, Jim.
I'll be at the Cincinnati Comic Expo.
Doug,
I'll be stalking Jody Benson at the Comic Expo.
Blake, shut
I'll
up.
be watching kittens wrestle.
Meow. Yes, we will be there September 20th through the 22nd playing trivia at our booth, and a big announcement is coming with us, but we can't officially announce it yet.
Oh, we have to keep it under
Yep,
wraps.
gotta keep it a secret. But we will be there at our booth, so
I
come
made
visit
a
us.
billboard with it on it.
Well, we have to keep it covered.
You know who else is going to be there? Gotham's
Benson.
best cop,
Oh.
Ben McKenzie. The only one
The
that
only one
won't
that
get
lived?
killed. Yes.
The only living cop in Gotham,
And his girlfriend in the show. What is that? Who is that?
his wife in real life.
Is it?
It is.
Oh, what's her name?
Maria Baccarin.
There you go. Doug, who's coming
Marina,
from?
I forgot the
Marina.
ad.
I heard Ariel's coming.
Yes.
Give us some Disney people.
Jody Benson, Kathy Najimy.
There you go. There you go.
Two
Anyone
Disney
else?
people. Oh, the Star Wars people, because they're now Disney.
Alan Tudyk.
Alan, yes.
K2SO.
The one guy who did the voice of young Hercules.
Hercules. Oh,
Oh,
wrong
Can't
one.
think what his name
From
was.
Young Hercules.
He was the young Hercules.
So get your tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com. So that's the Duke Energy Convention Center. Rumor has it Jeannie from Hobie will be there too. So come on by, play some trivia
Would that
with
be
us.
number 5?
She would be number 5.
I hate her.
Number 7 will be there. Scab Jeff is number 6, I think. So he will be there.
Actually, Jeannie is number 6. Jim was number 5.
Yes.
Damn you.
But you're number 1 in our hearts,
got
Doug.
moved up when Blake was taken off the list.
Who's Blake?
Oh, that could be.
So come visit us.
Well,
Get your
Blake's
tickets.
taken off the list, and there's no reason to keep the Dit Man that far. The Dit Man was only number 4 because Blake and the Dit Man will go together as a team.
Yeah.
I could be top 5.
Default.
Look how this
Don't care.
look how this is going for you now, dog.
You know, Jeff's going to have a heart attack within the next 2 years, so you're going to be moving on up there.
As long as he doesn't have the heart attack
This
first.
is true.
He's a postal carrier. He's fine.
Dueling heart attacks. Banana, bro.
Sounds like a really bad piano bar.
I was thinking banjos.
Oh. So anyways, get your tickets at the CincinnatiComicExpo.com. Follow us on the History of Bad Ideas, and you can we'll give you all the updates. 3 weeks away, so we're excited.
Woohoo!
And we got some big news coming for it, so keep listening. And now let's talk to The Crazy Life.
Hi, I'm Jen.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Henno. We're 3 friends that talk about mental health, wellness, and our lives.
Through articles and tips, we share what has worked for us on our paths overcoming depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, alcoholism, and addiction.
Come join us on our journey. You can find us anywhere you listen to your podcast. Just search for The Crazy Life. Remember, wiggle your toes and just keep breathing.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
All right, box office news is going to be quick because nothing really...
Nothing came out?
Yeah, nothing new came out this week.
Nope.
So Angel Has Fallen made another $11.5 million, a total of $44 million on a $40 million budget to be the number one movie of the week for 2 weeks running. Good Boys made another $9 million, a total of $58.5 million on a budget of $20 million to finish second for 2 weeks in a row. The Lion King
Fuck you.
made another $7 million, a total of $523.5 million in the lackluster summer box office.
Fuck this movie.
On a $260 million budget.
Sorry, I mean, great film. Good job. Go D23.
Yeah.
D23.
Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw made another $6.5 million, a total of $159 million on a $200 million budget. And Overcomer made $6 million, a total of $19.5 million on a $5 million budget. So
Something
go
Blake's wife has never said.
Overcomer.
He's ignoring me. Keep moving.
And really only one thing opening this week. Opening up September 6th, 2019, It, Chapter 2.
So we have a movie drive-in.
We do?
Kids, that's where you drive your car up and you sit in the car or outside the car and watch a movie on a board.
You hold your phone up to watch the movie?
No.
Oh, you sit in the
Read
car?
the synopsis, I guess. Thanks, Jason.
Yeah.
Go
Jason,
ahead. I was going to say the drive-in has this week has It Chapter 1, and then It Chapter 2, and then Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark right after that. I was like, that's a pretty nice lineup if you're
can I
a
just
scary
watch
movie.
the It ones and then leave?
Well, yeah, you
Okay.
can. Yeah, you don't have to stay.
They don't lock the doors on you?
There is no doors, Jeff. Yes, they lock your own doors.
There are gates to keep
Correct.
you...
You can leave anytime.
Okay.
No, I thought that was a pretty cool thing though that you could do the first. It starts at 8:15.
Shouldn't they do it the other way, though?
What?
Do Scary Stories first and then It?
I don't know.
I'd rather see It, like, once it got dark.
Well, 8:15 is going to get dark.
But not dark enough.
The second one it doesn't start till 10.
Well, so Scary Stories Still in the Dark ain't going until midnight
1:15.
in the morning?
Yes.
Oh,
Because
never mind. I
Chapter
would
2.
leave anyway.
It Chapter 2 is 3 hours long.
Okay. Well, I would be leaving by then anyway.
But I thought that was kind of cool if you're a scary movie fan. I mean, that's pretty cool. So, go ahead, Jeff or Jim. What's the synopsis?
I turned it off.
Jim, are you in the parking lot? I can't see. Breaking news.
I have not found them out yet.
Okay.
Oh, the synopsis for It Chapter 2, it follows the story from It.
Doug, you were... Oh, go ahead.
27 years later, after the story, the loser club
It was based on the first movie?
meets back up after a scary phone call.
Doug, you were a Stephen King fan.
Yes.
Have you seen the first It? The
No.
new one?
No.
What?
No,
Go
no.
watch it.
It's good.
Kids in peril. I just.
It is tough to watch. But
But the kids are good actors.
It wasn't the miniseries.
Isn't that almost
just
every
the
Disney
top-notch
movie?
one anyway.
That was creepy with Penny.
Can you improve on that?
you can improve on
was
Tim Curry.
every
Tim
way.
Curry.
Every
Tim
possible
Curry was
way
awesome.
They improved on it.
Oh, no.
The giant spider at the end.
Yeah.
Remember that? Remember that? It's no Langoliers.
I don't think
Bronson
so.
Pinchot.
Well, nothing's as good if it doesn't have Bronson Pinchot.
That's
in it.
true. That is true.
Have they remade The Stand?
They're making it now.
Okay.
CBS All Access is doing a Stan TV series.
Okay.
If it's either them or Amazon. I thought it was CBS. They're doing 10 episodes.
We're wrong
I think.
until proven right.
No, that's true. So, okay. Well, there you go. Anybody else got anything on the box office? Good. Let's do the top 5. Top 5. What's it this week, Jeff?
It is the top 5 potential movie/TV franchises that Hollywood screwed up.
Yes.
Is that how it was worded when you sent that out?
Yes.
Oh.
Intern Hackney did a good job with it. Basically, it's...
I don't think I remember the word franchises being listed.
Oh, well, basically, they had the potential to be franchises. So, like Parker Lewis Can't Lose. Could have been a great franchise.
It was. It lasted 4 years. 3 years? 3 years?
Did it get a film? So, no, it didn't.
I was upset that they didn't have the Kubiak spinoff.
that would have been
It
good.
was called Men in Trees.
Or ER.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Doogie Howser. He was in Doogie Howser.
Abraham and Ruby was
Yes,
Doogie Howser?
yes, he was.
Sure.
So there you go. Okay, moving on, Doug. What's your number 5?
This was out of my
Wheelhouse.
wheelhouse when I was growing up, but just seeing part of the movie recently, G.I. Joe.
That's a very good one that
How
could
do
have
you
happened.
screw that up?
Yeah.
I mean, the characters are there.
Well, Joseph Gordon-Levitt was a really good Cobra Commander.
That was on my honorable mention list.
That was not a good film. But I like that the Baroness and Duke were ex-lovers. That's a good sign.
I mean, you took the entire story that was already developed, and let's just change everything about it. And let's make Cobra Commander. It's like, no, he was a used car salesman. That's what.
You know what would be better? Brandon Fraser. Oh, he was in it.
Yeah.
He was in it. Yeah, he was a cameo. Well, for him it's a leading role, but for most people it's a cameo.
I didn't remember Brendan Fraser in it.
Yeah. Blake, what's yours?
I have a tie for number 5.
Of course you do.
Both of these started out really well, and most recent movies in these franchises sucked, and is only
Okay.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. 1 was good, 2 took a downturn, 3 was okay, and then 4,
Still a
and
franchise.
5, ooh, and now it's going to get worse.
There's a 5?
We've talked about
If
it.
they're talking about making
Oh,
it.
okay.
You know it's going to be bad.
No, it
right?
not We wrote it. He falls into the Fountain of Youth. Chris Pratt comes out. That's how it is.
That's
Nope,
not
no more Shia
what.
LaBeouf?
If
Correct.
that was the way it was going to be, it wouldn't be on my list, Jason.
Sorry.
But we already talked
Trademark.
about how it's really going to turn out.
I know.
Isn't River Phoenix going to come back from
No.
the Young Indiana Jones?
Oh, too soon.
No,
too
no.
Gonna
soon.
make a cameo. He's gonna be one of the bodies.
Jesus.
Right.
What's your other one?
The other one was Godfather. Godfather 1, Godfather 2, great. Godfather 3, what the fuck?
How many Godfathers do you need?
7.
Well, obviously, there's no 4 after 3.
I don't think you understood this piece.
Because it was so bad. I am interpreting this potentials. They started off really well, and then it got worse. Right?
Sure.
That's the way I interpret it.
I interpreted it as something like
Something that was good that didn't
an
live up to
idea or a base
expectation.
material, or the base material was something good, but then they made crap out of it.
No, I was thinking there's
Yeah.
something that was good that eventually went bad.
After
That's what
6 movies.
It didn't take 6.
2. At least 2.
So I'm trying to adjust my list because apparently I made it wrong.
No, it's fine. Just do it your way.
So they couldn't have been made movies or TV.
I don't think it matters.
franchises.
I blame Hackney.
Well, there you go. Write these top 5 topics
Hackney.
better.
I agree with you, Blake.
So what was your number 5, Jim?
Well, my number 5 is Mouse Guard.
You know what? I'll try.
It's such a relevant selection.
Good call. Good call. Jeff?
My number 5 is a tie. I hobied it.
Shocking.
Pretty much most of M. Night Shyamalan's movies.
Okay.
They had potential, and then he Shyamalan'd them up. And
He Shyamalan
specifically, I
ding-donged 'em.
mentioned like Lady in the Water.
Oh,
or-
that had no potential.
No, I actually thought the idea behind it was pretty good. The author telling a story as the story unfolds, it was ended up being done much better in Stranger Than Fiction. But I liked the idea behind it, and the execution was piss poor.
Yeah.
And The Happening could have been good if something happened in The Happening.
Trees.
Top 5 movie of all time.
And then The
your-
Last Airbender. I don't
Never
know.
saw it.
I never watched the show or the movie. So
Thank goodness it was the
that one.
last one.
Now,
And only one.
I thought that one had a lot of potential because of the long anime that had story that goes along with it. But yeah, it was a pretty poor execution.
Yeah,
of it.
I haven't seen them, but from what I hear, everyone would have said is a way of screwing up a franchise.
It did.
But in that defense, it was supposed to be Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Jesus.
But then Avatar wouldn't let him use that
that's
name because they had to make an Avatar land at Disney.
Well, the
And
anime.
or the world of Avatar.
The problem is the anime, the show is still Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
You know, they did have a
So
ride there.
they should
It's
have
called
sued
Wind Tunnel.
James Cameron because it was out well before.
But that was a TV show versus movie, so it's different.
So what's your other 5?
Well, it was all the M. Night Shyamalan
Oh, we
stuff.
took way too long to talk about M. Night because we took more time than he did on a lot of his films, so it's okay. So
No,
that's number
no,
five.
because his shows, his movies moved so slow. He took a lot of time to just get 1 point across.
My number 5, Green Lantern. How do you fuck that up? You have a whole lot of history, and you could have done really good
Oh,
with
they
it.
fucked that up easily.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
Didn't they do it twice?
no, not yet.
No, once.
Not yet. Hey, let's go to the planet and have him train for 2 minutes. Well, he knows how to be Green Lantern.
Montage. That's
Wasn't
why
even
you
a
have
montage. Wasn't
Oh,
even
shit.
a
Not
montage.
even a montage.
It was a fight.
You
It was
have this
awful.
ring? Here you go. Boop.
Yep. So Green Lantern. Number 4, Fox fucked up something else. Enlisted with the Army. I thought that could have been a great franchise to go longer.
That's not a franchise. That'd be a series.
Well, I'm going with that.
but did it?
That's how I interpreted
Fox
the top
didn't
5.
fuck it up. They made a good product. They just stopped making it.
It wasn't as realistic. If they spent an entire episode on how the entire camp was watching Hot or Not on internet voting and sucking up bandwidth,
This is my top 5. So you know what? They fucked it up.
It would have went somewhere.
That's what I think is. It was good, and they screwed it up by not renewing.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's
Yeah.
what
All right. I read into it
That's
something.
why I took it.
D23 down here.
But I don't consider that a franchise. I consider that a series.
It could have been a franchise.
It's a single series.
You know how many people were calling for the Enlisted movie? And then
As
enlisted,
many people are calling for the
Enlisted-
Parker Lewis one.
enlisted NASCAR emblem. What's your number 4?
So, anyways, once again, nice top 5 wording.
My number 4 is seasons 6 through 8 of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's on my list.
That's on my list.
Thank you. That was actually number 3. Thank you.
This might be the worst top 5 clarification ever.
It was a
is
great
that, TV
franchise.
And they screwed it up.
It was a great franchise that got ruined
franchise, it's a TV
by
series.
by writers that didn't know how to finish.
Because the writer didn't finish.
Well, yeah. And he's part of Hollywood, so I blame
this
him
be a
just as
lesson.
much.
Never finish the series before the books finish.
I feel bad for any woman who has ever slept with George R.R. Martin because it never finished.
He never finished.
What's your number 4, Jim?
Never
A
finishes.
slow moving
He doesn't not
man.
finish
Game of
strong. He
Thrones.
just never finishes.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Blake, what's your
That
number
was
4?
Game of Thrones.
What's your number 3?
Oh wait, that was my number 3.
No, what was your 4?
You gotta go to
Oh, my number
Doug.
4.
Doug?
Well, no, my number 4.
No, sorry.
All right, go ahead. I'll save my
that's
next
number
one.
4.
Go ahead.
What's your number 4?
I'll
Just
save-
what's your
it's
3 and
now
4?
number 3.
Okay.
Okay, my number 4 was John Carter. But see, that really wasn't the movie's fault. Mars Needs Mom failed so miserably that they had to take John Carter from Mars and just change it to John Carter.
Accountant.
So that's where it went wrong.
So everyone just thought it was about some guy who lived next door.
yeah,
'cause-
yeah.
Attorney at
Oh,
law.
John Carter.
Yeah, yeah.
He lives next door.
Why would I see his movie? He cuts the lawn every Saturday. What do I care?
And they have an absolute stud in the role of John Carter.
That's right.
Gambit.
Kitch.
Yep.
Gambit. What's your number 3?
My number 3, another fantastic movie. I know you'll agree with this. And it was supposed to have more than one movie. Tomorrowland.
Jesus Christ.
Now, by franchise, you mean the next thing they would have done would
Disney
have been
franchise?
Frontierland, and then the
Ooh,
next
that would've
thing they
been-
would have
that
done
would've been
Yeah.
good.
what other lands they had. I don't remember all
True.
the Disneyland.
Main Street USA.
Yeah, they would have done a Main Street USA
Yeah.
movie. That
George
would've been-
Clooney was hit on like a 12-year-old girl. in
It's a
it.
small
It was
world.
Creepy. She was an 87-year-old robot, but it was still creepy.
Okay, she was 87 years old, so she's not a
No,
younger
no,
12-year-old
no,
girl.
no.
It was original.
You just said she was 87 years old.
Well, the robot.
There you go.
She looked like a 12-year-old.
But the robot was 87.
But do robots age like us?
Sure.
No. No, it wasn't original. It was awful.
It was original.
It was awful.
It was original.
Damn you, Hugh Laurie. What's your number 3? Like,
Arrested Development.
they made like 18 seasons.
No, they did not.
I made 5.
And Fox canceled early on the 3rd. Once again, blame Fox for screwing things up.
But some of the best jokes were about how they weren't getting picked
Exactly,
up.
exactly. That was true.
They knew it was happening, and they wrote it into the...
What's the best fuck you to a TV channel? Oh, you're canceling us. All right, here you go. Make the jokes about us getting canceled and not going in, whatever. not getting a full season in. But then season 4 and 5,
They're watchable.
they tried it. The remake of season 4
What?
was
Yeah.
watchable. The original season 4, where everything was jumbled, was horrible. I
disagree. I liked the original.
Really? You didn't like the reformatting of the 4?
I haven't seen the
'Cause they made it-
reformat. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm saying I liked the way
Well, they made it more linear.
Yeah. I liked the jumping around, like focusing on one character at a time, and then like you watch like episode 8, and the joke from episode 1 pays off in episode 8
Or you
because
forgot
it's
about
happening
it.
at the exact same time.
Or you'd be like me and forgot about it.
The ostrich.
Well, yeah, the ostrich. like when like they're all on the same airplane at the same time, and so something that happens, and you're like, oh, and this is coinciding with the airplane.
Yes,
over
that's why.
there.
Oh, she's on. Yeah, exactly. She's going on her trip and same thing. Yeah, but in season 5 was unwatchable. I mean, it was really hard to watch.
I was able to,
but I watched it.
Yeah,
because I had to. But I was disappointed in it.
Jim, number 3.
My
They
number
screwed it
3. This goes to almost like Doug's first one, G.I. Joe. It would be Transformers.
Oh, good one.
Why didn't I think of
That
Transformers?
was a very good one. That's a good one.
I really, but they have a little bit of leeway, like a little bit of like headway coming with Bumblebee was actually pretty good.
That's what I keep hearing.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't think of Transformers. I even, as an honorable mention, have The Island from Michael Bay.
Don't turn this off.
Oh, I hope we did it with GoBots.
Oh, they ruined that one.
What about Micronauts? You guys ever had any Micronauts?
Yes, I have Micronauts. There's supposed to be a Micronaut movie coming out.
All right.
Why not?
Why not?
It's been a while since I've heard it.
What about the really bad Transformers ripoffs from Walgreens that Grandma got us?
Other than us, you got them.
I know. Do you think they could make a movie of that?
Yes.
It turned into a ball.
Do you think they can make a movie about Big Wheels? Big Wheels versus
Green Machine.
Green Machine.
I bet you could. At one point, Adam Sandler was making a Candyland movie.
Isn't that the next Fast and Furious 9?
Big Wheels versus Green Machine.
Yeah.
Faster and Furiouser.
Yes.
Vin Diesel pulling the Green Machine stick shift to stop.
Spin out.
And he spins out, dies.
Slow motion.
And then he turns to the camera and goes, family. Family.
But then he has to get new wheels because he spun out too much.
Green Machine.
And there's just holes in them.
Right. There's holes in this.
What's your number 3, Jeff?
My number 3 is Riverdale. There was a potential to put together a good show based on the Archie comics, but they gave us crap instead.
If they would have put like Josie and the Pussycats in it.
More.
Well, Josie and the Pussycats were in it, but they just weren't a good Josie and the
I
Pussycats.
know. I mean,
I got many questions
like the
for you.
original.
Number 1, how dare you? How dare you?
that's a great answer, Jeff.
My number 3 is Terra Nova. Remember this on Fox?
I
Yeah.
do.
The Earth was dying, so they went back into the prehistoric times, because of course they did, and tried to restart the Earth like in a different timeline, and they sent people back. It was actually not bad. The potential was there.
But time travel would have ruined it all. Because they're going to go back in time, and then because they did that, and the butterfly effect shit, and butterfly effect was one of my honorable mentions, by the way, would just screw things up.
But it was a separate timeline.
If you believe in separate timelines.
They did it better in the 100.
Yeah, the 100 was better.
Anyways, my number 2.
Or they did it better in Titan AE.
Oh,
When
the
they created
Titan
Bob.
Number 2 for me, and I like these type of films, and they just fucked this one up. Van Helsing.
I thought of that one, not when I was making my
They
list.
had-
Honorable mention.
They had tons of potential. It was supposed to be a TV series too, and they kept all the sets. Van Helsing.
It's coming to something now, isn't it?
They already made. It's on Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh, okay.
It's a totally different
okay.
thing.
With Hugh Jackman?
They
Yep.
were, yeah. They were going to do an offshoot of it on TV, and then Van Helsing, Hugh Jackman would do the movies, and someone else, like another side character, would be this TV series.
They are the worst vampire hunters ever.
Yeah.
You know, you are the first person to kill a vampire in 100 years. That's your job. You're
We
a
come
vampire.
from. I'm a third generation vampire hunter. Wait, So nobody has killed a vampire in your family?
You might want to look at a different line of work. Maybe carpentry? I don't know, something?
Veterinarian work?
Have you thought about vermin extermination?
Start small.
Yeah.
Bus driver? I don't know.
You got stakes.
No, they didn't have buses then. That's why you needed
Stagecoaches to jump over.
The ravine.
God, that movie is
streetcar.
awful. That movie was so bad.
It was terrible.
Number 2, Jeff.
Let's see. Where's my number 2? My number 2 is Iron Fist.
Oh.
Had potential, and then they cast the wrong guy, and then
Loris?
yes, they cast Loris Tyrell, and then they made it all about the Mystic Hand shit.
Would have been better if it was Vinnie Jones in that role.
Yes,
Okay, just checking.
would have been better with Vinnie Jones.
Number 2, Jim.
My number 2, I hobied this. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit.
Blake, what's your number 2?
I agree with half your choice.
The Lord of the Rings, you could have
I
made...
agree with 6 hours of your 12-hour selection.
The Lord of the Rings, you could have made that into 6 movies. It included everything.
Yeah, what am I thinking? You could have gone even longer.
Yes.
They're making a TV series.
And then The Hobbit, you should have made 1 movie.
Yes.
Why make 3?
So together, you could have had 7 good
Could have
movies.
had 7 good movies.
Okay, I understand where you're coming from now. I like it.
Blake, number 2.
My number 2, 12 Monkeys. The movie was good.
They
the
made a
sci-fi
TV
channel.
series.
The TV series, yeah.
You liked it.
No, it's not at the
No,
end.
I just watched it all and hated every
I
second
know.
of it.
I stopped watching this.
After
I
3
watched it
seasons.
all the way up until the last season because I was like,
Well,
it was. You knew where it was going, and it went to the predictable plot. And
How
I was
do you
like,
know? You
I'm
stopped
out.
watching.
I'm done. I didn't even watch the last season because it was that.
Your list is awful. Number 2, Doug.
That's the point. It's top 5 awfulness list.
I didn't know the last season
That
was
could have been
awful, though.
good.
You stopped watching.
Maybe it redeemed
It was so
itself.
bad that Sci-Fi was like, we're not going to release this over a what?
Oh.
They did it
10-week
over a
period.
weekend.
They
They
just
did a
did it over
binge.
1 week, and we need to get this over with. Just
Yeah,
there you go.
when Sci-Fi station
Yeah.
realizes something sucks,
Yeah.
it sucks.
When Sci-Fi just dumps it on...
It was a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Exactly.
thing. We actually had that in News of the Geek.
Yes.
They're just like, here.
That's what I'm saying. It started off with great potential, then it just kept going further south.
I like how they tried to spin it. Oh, no, because everybody binge watches now. Well,
Yeah.
about your other TV shows?
Oh, no, don't worry about it. See,
Hurrum.
at least with Arrested Development, I stayed in that seat until the car hit the wall. I bailed on this one. I jumped out.
Doug, number 2.
Universal Monsters.
Van Helsing. Oh, you're
Kind
talking
of,
about
though.
Dark Universe.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking
Werewolf.
Mummy, Dracula,
Yeah,
Frankenstein. They've tried and tried.
So I,
Yeah.
Frankenstein, and what was the Dracula movie?
Dracula.
Was
Dead
it just
and
called
Loving It.
Dracula, or was it wasn't it like
Undead?
Dracula Untold? Or
Yeah,
like
that's
that,
right.
Dracula Undead.
It was-
That's the wrong movie.
It's Untold, I think.
Dracula Untold.
Yeah, they tried.
And I mean, they're even trying to put them into their theme parks too. They really want it to have that. They can't do it.
Because they're not Avengers. You don't. They're not team up. You don't. You can do it, but they don't. all
Hold
have to
on.
be
Have you seen
connected.
the Elvis and
Goalies
Costello?
did it.
I give you
Elvis and
that.
Costello movies have got them teamed
Correct.
up.
Because
Come on.
Groovy Goalies did it.
Look up Elvis and Costello. All that you
Elvis and
younger
Costello.
Elvis and Costello.
That's even
What
better.
did I say? Did I say Elvis and Costello?
I know
Louis
Doug
and
did. I don't know
Oh,
if
my
you
God.
said it, but Doug
You know what I
said it.
meant.
Yeah.
Abbott and Costello.
Laurel and Costello.
Did I say Laurel and Costello? And Abbott and Hardy.
And Elvis got in there, too.
Elvis and Costello?
I thought Simon and Garfunkel did it better.
Oh, shit.
And then number one for
Garfunkel and
me.
Oates.
Garfunkel and those.
Number one for me. Lone Ranger.
Hey, that's my honorable mention.
Oh, yeah?
They could have done well.
You haven't even seen the movie.
No, but they fucked it up.
Yeah, I saw the movie. I don't think it even had potential to be good, though. The
I like
Lone
the Lone
Ranger
Ranger.
was a property when they came out with that pretty much had no appeal.
I have a big problem with that. Why does the Lone Ranger need a sidekick?
Well, it's like the Lone Rangers in Airhead.
The sidekick isn't a ranger, though, because all the other rangers were killed.
So he really wasn't lone.
he was the
alone.
only ranger.
The last Ranger, then. How's that?
Okay. The Last
Change approved.
Ranger.
Change approved.
Last Ranger with his buddy,
Change approved.
Last Ranger with his buddy, Tonto.
And I got an idea. Let's take
Tonto,
Johnny
meaning-
Depp and make him an Indian.
And Tonto, which means
no.
stupid. So
Or why did it be Tonto and the Last Ranger?
well, isn't Tonto Spanish for stupid, right?
No, that's
Yes.
Tonto.
Tonto.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So pretty much
Wow.
they should have just called the show "I'm with Stupid."
Yeah.
Change approved.
Blake, finish this up. It's late. What's yours? What's your number one?
Star Wars.
You knew that was coming.
It started off really well, and it keeps getting worse.
It was actually on my honorable mentions. Or, well, specifically the prequels.
Jim, what's your number one?
But you know what, Jason? I'm still going to go to the theater
Exactly.
and pay for The Rise of Skywalker. I will go to the theater and watch it because I have to.
Well-
I'm going to stay in the car until it hits the wall.
Well,
Or so I'm going to stay in the land speeder until it hits
Until
the
it's the
cantina.
bantha.
Yeah, until it hits the bantha.
The dewback.
you know, come to the expo and you can be in the land speeder.
That's true. That's right.
And you can climb on. Do they have a dewback?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't climb on it though. I don't think.
You can't climb on it.
No, you just stand in front of it. Yeah.
Didn't they have
But-
something you can climb on?
Forlom is there.
Where? Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's true. I can go see Alan Tudyk and tell him I liked him in Rogue One.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was on the other night. I watched it.
That's right.
God, that's a good movie. Go ahead, Jim. What's your number one?
My number one, it's you take maybe the best known American writer, and you take his epic
Mark
opus
Twain?
work. I mean, current,
Michael Bay.
Oh, current.
and you take his like epic opus work, and you turn these 7 books into one shitty fucking movie,
I'm number 4.
The Dark Tower.
Oh.
That has so much potential. And even the casting of the movie I thought was good. But instead of making 7 movies, you took like a bit from this one and a little bit from there, and then you made up the rest. And then you called it The Dark Tower.
That's
what
what
good movies
happens
do.
when somebody gets the rights, but aren't really fans
Yeah.
of the series, and they just fucking make it. Like,
They just fucked it up.
hopefully they're not going to do that with the Wheel of Time and whatever series
Yeah.
that is. And
Turd on a wheel.
the good thing about the Amazon, was it the Amazon with the Tolkien? At least Christopher Tolkien's putting the hammer down on those folks. They're like, this is the canon, and you cannot move away from it.
Here's $1 billion. Yep, go ahead.
No, he's like, yeah, thanks for the $1 billion. Oh, by the way, it's in the contract. You can't move away from this canon. There you go.
We're having fucking ends.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're having fucking ends.
You know, the story's already been written. You paid me $1 billion so you can film the story that's already been written.
Correct.
Not to make up your own story.
That's right.
You wouldn't have to pay me $1 billion to make up your own story.
Right.
Jeff, what's your number one?
Or my dad's story.
Oh,
That's how I
yeah.
get that right.
My number one, as Blake said, I rode the car all the way into the wall.
Anaconda?
Heroes.
Oh.
I
That's a
gave
good
up
one.
after a couple seasons. I couldn't save the cheerleader anymore, even though it was Hayden Panettiere.
I own all 3 seasons on DVD.
There's been 5 seasons.
Damn.
Yeah.
And his wife
I
failed.
think it was 4 seasons, and then they did Heroes
Right.
Reborn.
It
Yeah.
started off great. It started off good. And I would watch that religiously every week. And then it started going,
Yeah. I kept with it.
You're a brave man.
I know.
Braver than me.
My number one was a murder mystery that I really loved, and the idea was that every year they were going to change cast in that. 'cause
American
most of them
Horror
did.
Story.
Harper's Island. I loved that series, that first series.
Valerie
Yeah, go
Harper's
back and
Island?
listen to the
Valerie
early-
Harper's Island. That's right.
Barbara
Valerie
Eden in that?
No, she's
Oh,
not.
that's Harper's Valley
No,
PTA.
that's
Okay.
Okay.
Shelley Long. Anyway, so yeah, I love that series. Honorable mentions, real quick. Lost in Space. I don't know how the new
That
Netflix
lasted
is.
a long time.
I was talking the movie, actually,
Oh.
the movie franchise, Matt LeBlanc. The Lone Ranger, and Firefly, obviously.
He already said The Lone Ranger. Why are you listing it again?
It was an honorable mention. I mentioned it was an honorable mention, so
So why do you have
suck
to
it.
mention it again?
Anyway,
I
But-
would
but
have.
I have to disagree with Firefly completely. It was a great thing. They didn't screw it up because we have a perfect
One season
and a movie. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. It's not
Yeah.
terrible. They didn't screw it up.
You could say the same thing almost a little bit about Freaks and Geeks. because I had him on honorable mention because I saw Dev's list,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't put him on there because I didn't want to plagiarize.
Freaks and Geeks and
Yeah, but
Undeclared.
But if you think about it, Freaks and Geeks, the last episode, really was kind of like a.
It was a
It
good
was
ending.
It was a good ending. If you're going to leave it at that, just people just wish there was more.
Yeah.
Real quick, honorable mentions, Jeff. Hey?
Honorable mentions: Batman, starting the Batman Forever and
Okay.
Batman and Robin. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Oh, that's a good one.
that was horrible.
That was a horrible film. Yeah,
And the Real World television show.
I'll give you that.
The first season was interesting on how they did it, and then they went through the lowest common denominator and gave us like 20 more seasons of crap.
Attractive idiot people who get drunk and have sex and fight.
Yeah, it was.
Is that what this podcast is?
Yeah. No.
Well, except
We're
for
sober.
Oh,
Well, did you-
except for the attractive and
Sex part.
yeah.
Hey, that reminds me. You said Real World. You see all the memes. If MTV kept playing music, like the future advanced societies that from like 1950s, and what the future's going to look like. You see those memes that if MTV kept playing music
Didn't know.
videos. You
I have
didn't
not.
see that? They're pretty funny.
So we should look that up.
Yeah, look it up.
If MTV kept playing videos.
Yeah.
We did have some top fives. Chris Richardson. Hey, mate. He had Dollhouse / Firefly.
Did nobody else get to read their?
Oh, sorry, Jim. What's your honorable mention?
Nope, you skipped me again. Fuck off, man.
Jim, can you go to the golf course? You got anything out there? Breaking news?
Ah, fuck you, Jason.
I would watch more news if that was the reason. Hey, fuck you! You're the Kofi seed.
I was trying to tell you what I was going to do, and you skipped me again, so fuck off.
Fuck you, Clyde.
What's the weather out there? It's hot. Okay, thanks.
He had Dollhouse and Firefly. Who beat that shit? Marco Polo.
Marco.
V on 2009's.
I liked V.
Constantine. That was a good one. And Deadwood. Devin.
So is he just complaining that this is stuff that was canceled too early?
And maybe they just didn't have the potential for better ones. I don't know.
Because we already did the canceled too early top 5 list.
Dev had Almost Human, Firefly, Freaks and Geeks, Undeclared, and Lucifer. Randall Holt had Transformers and G.I. Joe. That's all I have, he said.
He's right. Yep.
Stork had Valerian.
Of course he did.
And
Every list he makes.
it's a good list.
Every list that's bad.
And there you go. So, Doug, you got anything?
Nope.
Bad idea of the week.
Valerian?
We've done that many times.
I think twice.
Cutting Jim off on his opinion. That's bad idea.
3,708.
Yep, there you go. Doug, as a fellow D23 member, thanks for showing up. I
Are we
appreciate
going to go to
it.
the expo together in 2 years?
Did the D23?
Yeah.
Yeah, we will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it the 23rd Expo?
No.
Third.
Oh.
No, I don't
Fifth.
think so.
I don't know. But anyways, D23 Expo.
They're going to have to cryogenically freeze them to make 23.
And
Wow.
With that, Roger
Got
says-
cold in here.
Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets. There's a history, it's not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Addendum. Titles for the show. Anything? Anybody got anything? Doug?
Big Wheels versus Green Machine.
Ooh.
Did you have to get naked? It came from space. Alien contractors. Dueling heart attacks.
I had Dueling Heart Attacks, and I'm with Stupid.
I had Danny the Dragon. Juju Beans. It came from space. General Contractors. Sad Clown Movie. Look at This Porpoise. The Last Ranger. I'm with Stupid. And Valerie Harper's Island.
I had breaking news. Are they general contractors? The writer didn't finish. The Last Ranger, and I'm with Stupid. So there you go. What was the one that you had, Doug, that Jim had also?
Dueling
Dueling heart attacks.
Dueling Heart Attacks? I like that one. Change and proof?
Oh, that works for me.
Dueling Heart Attacks. Change approved. Goodbye.
You've been listening to Hobie.